we, we knew. None of this is a surprise to us.
Yeah, like
Even that bit about the orphan.
You fell for it.
Surprise to us.
yeah, like
Even that bit about the orphan.
Subscribe to Mike's blog if you want to know more.
about communism.
No.
About communism?
No.
It's a bit of a manifesto.
I don't
About
know anything
why
about
he's a
communism.
communist.
That's a bad idea.
Okay. About why Mike is a communist.
Oh, yeah, that would actually make sense. That's why you have a blog, I guess.
That's the point.
Yeah. All the other things don't do it.
Less true. Yeah.
I went directly to your page and it didn't. It didn't.
Well,
work
because there's
immediately. It was
a
like
there's a
thinking
7-second delay.
But yeah, no, it's confusing because like we went live way more than 7 seconds ago when I was checking it.
Oh, well, 7 seconds is the standard delay for you. We'll go with like 30, 35.
Yeah, that seems right.
Oh well, yeah, perfect, excellent, wonderful, just what I want. It's everything I ever hoped for.
Isn't it just though?
Sasquaric will remember this.
Sasquatch, Elf Zangief,
Orang Andy.
I'm changing Kiryu.
the orangutandy.
There's no T in there.
There should be.
And Gravos.
Gamos.
Thanks, Stream Elements. You're a little behind,
Oh, no.
but you're gonna you got there eventually.
Take that, Stream Elements. First in chat.
Hold on wait. Why did it named the thing wrong?
Ha.
I can't see your posts.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, now the name's right.
You've got one of these.
Ugh.
And now to go spread the news, the glorious news.
Man, it's already doing that weird thing. Maybe it's a Streamlabs thing.
Could be.
Like, do you guys hear that? The like.
Kind of.
I'm getting a little from you, very minor.
It's so weird because I was in my Witcher game last night for like 4 hours, and I didn't do this once. I think it might be Streamlabs because I don't know that it's Discord.
Burn it like a witch.
Burn it. Start killing Bothans until the problem is solved.
Well, best kill Bothans just in case.
How many Bothans died to bring us this information? None, sir. We just found the information. Well, start killing Bothans.
Start killing Bothans.
Hey guys, Chap's Fantastic's in the chat.
There is
We'll
a
learn
guy.
about it later.
There is a guy named Manny Both
Pacquiao?
Both
Oh,
Hands
yeah.
in Star Wars. Like that's an actual name.
That's a dude.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
I've
kind
seen
of sad that that's
you have
true.
seen that. Many Bothans died to bring us this information.
I'm
Yeah.
still alive.
It's a family name. there's many Manny Bothans.
Someone
all right.
quickly put a bounty on
folk
Manny
hero.
Boffins.
So to do
How many, sir? I don't know.
to do a recap of last week, the party fought the people that were, I don't know, maybe trying to kill Zarak, who knows, at Jacker's Neck, and they I believe there were 6, and two of them managed to get away. One of them used a potion that gave him gaseous form. The other one just bolted into the woods, and everyone was like, screw it, we don't want to fight him. Another one tried to run away, but Cherrun shot her in the back like a hero.
A war criminal.
She deserved it.
Again, didn't know if she was going to get reinforcements. Just saying.
They heal up a little bit. They talk to the innkeeper, and basically had like not a nice night, but one that was less active after the attack. And then they decided that they were going to head out pretty early in the morning. So they headed out, and they basically they were on the road doing road things, like passing a couple other wagons, stopping for breaks and to take lunch, that sort of thing. The scouts did a scouting trip and found some animal tracks that they couldn't identify, and then they were like, I know what we should do. We should go talk to Zarak. Zarak knows animals. And then they went back to the wagon, and they were like, well, let's go, and never did the thing.
Accurate assessment.
It was real funny. And they they went a little bit farther, and they came to a road where they saw some of those tracks again. And this time they were like, we should get Zeract. And then they did. And Zeract was
He
like,
happy, and it was weird.
Zeract
It was. It remains
Zarek was like, these are the tracks of a Malgaram, and Malgarams don't leave the mountains. Like, they tend to stay in, like, you know, the Seawall Mountains, especially around the Margul Pass sort of area. So Zeract that day, I believe, had bound a different spirit. You bound Verbose, correct?
That is correct.
And Verbose is a very nature spirit, unlike Sav Noir, which is basically the spirit of the best boy. And it was a really bad pact. So today, Zeract is super friendly, which is weird because Zeract is the least friendly person ever. And that's me saying that, and that should mean something. And so Zeract and part of the team went forward, and they started examining the trail, looking for these goats with a detect animal spell. And Zeract was eventually able to find them. There were she identified that there were 3 of them there. And as she was moving closer, the team made some perception checks, and the team realized that there were also not the team. Zeract realized there were also a couple of bugbear there, and then Zeract was like, "We should move back," and everyone went, "Why?" And she was like, "Stop asking questions and move back." And they were like, "Okay," and then they moved back with all the subtlety of a train through a porcelain warehouse. And began planning what they were going to do with their super secret, tactics. And then they moved forward again, and Cherrun was like, "Hold on, I'ma diplomatize him." And everyone's like, "Yeah, you diplomatize him." And then he went up and he was like, "Let us through or you'll die." And they were like, wait, what? And then that didn't work. And so we find our party.
This is just the stupidest comedy of errors.
Yeah, we
It really is.
we find
It's a
our
madcap comedy starting from the back.
we find our party, rolling initiative, and for the purpose of this, since Travis was not able to make it today, I will sort of be muppeting Dillian. But in general, I will let the people that are in the group with him, which I believe the people in the group with him is just Mike, sort of give me a direction on the kind of thing he would like to see Dillian do, and I will do it to the best of Dillian's abilities.
I thought there was
No
one
idea
more
what
fighter.
Dillian does.
What you see him do is be pretty sneaky, and he has a knife. So, I don't know. Go with that.
Oh, it's Mike and Exile. Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 NPCs, so I'm already kind of playing one of them. Okay, so it looks like we're starting with initiative yet again. So let me no wait.
The load again.
Well, come on in, Mike. The water's fine.
Ryan.
Oh, hi, Mike. All right, let me count this now and make sure that this is all correct. Yes.
I forgot we had named the wagon.
Yeah, it's the War Crimes wagon. Because you guys are, super adultish. And all right. Oh, wait, I have to grab the NPCs and add them as well. So let's go and add Julian. Let's add Exile. Let's
For
add
some reason, my
Coralie and Boween.
initiative roll was private.
Yeah.
You might have.
let 'em
It is just not loading. Give me a sec.
If it's not loading for you, I don't know why, but yeah, go ahead and just reload. And I will roll all of these. I will have to then tinker with all of them because these aren't the actual stats. So it'll take a second. Wait, or maybe they are the actual stats. Let me check. They are not.
It did not put my first initiative. Did not die.
All I see is an 8. I see an 8.03.
Yeah, but it's not. I'm not on the tracker.
You're on the tracker. Oh.
Yeah. Thank
there
you.
There we go. That works.
Whoever is loudly crunching or whatever in your mic, please stop. Okay, so folks, Zeract, you're going first. Real quick, I need everybody, since things have gotten a little tense. I know that you've been looking at the ledge. Everybody, please give me a perception check from where you are. It will be modified by how far away you are from certain things, but you might see some stuff.
Do you want us to do this as our turn starts, or do you want us to do this?
I want
just
you
now?
all to do it now, and I will tell you based on what you get.
Is this to notice unusual stonework by chance?
Absolutely not.
Like a bridge.
Like a bridge?
Was this river here before?
Did I trundle through it before? With my brother, perhaps.
You mean like the river? I felt so dumb there, man. Okay, Cherrun, you, sir, have been talking to someone, and you recognize that the pile, like it's basically just a large mass that's laying down on the bridge, is that bugbear right there, that bugbear hunter. It's you can see him. He's right there. Even sort of like with Zeract telling you like there's one on the bridge, it was still a little hard to make him out, but once you started conversing with him, it was a little easier. So with that said, Zeract, man, I'm gonna save you for last because yours is best. Lumio, you basically can't see them. Actually, I would say that you can see that ram that Zeract pointed out, and you can see that ram because they're on a hill and they're just kind of like looking at you guys. You can see those rams. You see nothing else. And then of course the one that I rolled for Delian, he gets a crit. Neat. Shit, Mike. Okay, yeah, you and Delian, Mike, at the same time, the two of you notice that dude standing next to this ram, and Dandarin, nothing. You see no one. Zeract, man, that 20 is super good. So I'm going to highlight the 3 that you see with that 20 so that you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's this one, and this one, and this one.
Yep, sure enough.
By the way, did you guys know that bugbears get like a crazy like +6 racial bonus to stealth? It's insane.
They're stupid sneaky.
They're so good.
And they're giant. Like they're like, I think, what, 5 feet taller than the average goblin.
Yeah, like it said that the average bugbear is like 7 to 7.5 feet tall and like 450 pounds of mostly muscle.
I mean, when you're part bug and part bear, you learn to sneak around.
All right, everybody that's not Mike, add 1 gold piece to your sheet.
All right.
All right, I got it.
Way to go, Delian.
That reminds me,
Come at me, Mike.
I need
Playing.
to put something.
I don't even care about gold. You know this.
Yeah, that's true.
Steam chat for
Yes, you do, Ringer. You're desperately poor.
I mean, there's that.
Okay, so there's that. Hold on. For some reason, it was not at the start of the top. Okay, so Zeract, it is your turn to go. You have noticed as Cherrun starts like shouting, and the guy goes, "We know that you know," because I believe you said you speak Goblin, right?
I do.
Yeah, you heard him say like, "We know that you know," and then a javelin came from up here and landed, and you started looking around, and you're like, "How many of these are there?" And then you realize that you guys literally walked into the middle of them.
Yeah, we did. All right. Well,
We've got them just where we want them, surrounding us.
Zeract is going to do the smart thing here, and she's going to shout, "We're flanked!" And then she will point to the 2 behind, and move right there. It's like a good spot to move to.
Hello.
Why, hello. And then she's going to shoot this one.
Okay. He will still have concealment. For the basically the tree/bush that he's hiding in. But please do go ahead.
Okay then.
And shoot her. Shoot her. Oh, dude, you know what makes this go way faster? If I open up their stats.
Weird.
Yeah.
Usually.
I'm going to assume that's a miss.
It might be. I honestly don't know. It is. Yes. Yes, that is indeed a miss. Is indeed. Okay, so that was you, and after you go, there's gonna be Bugbear Warrior, and he's going to go for Boween because she's right there. What you see fly out of the bushes over here is not a javelin. It looks to be sort of a. Do you guys know what a hunting club is? It's usually kind of like shaped a little bit like a shillelagh, or shaped like a hatchet. Like a hatchet. It's just really heavy on the end. He basically chucks a club, like he chucks a big heavy stick.
Yeah.
And then he misses with it. Boween lifts her shield, and then he moves out to meet her in combat as he pulls a big morning star out of a loop on his belt. Corley will go next. She's going to move to here, and she keeps looking this way towards this guy. And you just see her sort of set herself, lift the shield, and then slam into the shield once with the sword. And that is going to be her turn. She's basically holding an action. Delian, Mike, what kind of things would you like Delian to do?
Well, I was not prepared for this. I don't know.
Can we weaponize his snark?
Hold.
I
No,
think
he's too blunt.
I think that's
Does-
something you'd have to do during the conversation phase.
Does he have vicious mockery?
He does not have vicious mockery because that's not a thing. He's got some stuff that he can think of him as being like a very versatile sort of thiefly assassin type. Hello.
I'm here. I'm thinking. Sorry. Oop, I dropped. Nope.
Someone dropped.
It's
Looks
Eric.
like it.
Eric.
I think the way I see Delian as an opportunist, he would not attack first. He'd wait for me to go, or for Exile.
Okay. So you say he holds his action?
He'd move into position.
Okay.
Where
Delian
that
will.
position would be, I don't really know.
He is going to bolt over here and then hide.
Okay.
So let me see what his stealth is. Jesus, dude.
I mean, we all rolled earlier. I'm sure he'll take the extra.
And then it is Exile's turn. Exile moves forward, and with that like shitty looking rusty shiv that he carries, and you see him pop open some sort of vial, and he just dips the blade in a couple times, and then he closes the vial and pockets it. And that's his turn. Next is Decent Guy.
Right? Uh-oh.
That's weird. Why is he? Huh? Can you see him right now?
On the tracker,
This guy.
I
Yeah,
can see
I can.
him.
I can see him on the map.
Tracker.
You can't see him on the tracker.
Yeah, I can't see him or the.
Now can you see him on the tracker?
Yes.
That's weird. Okay. When it gets to people, I will unclick them on the tracker. I did not know that was a thing. Foundry is way more complex than I'm used to. This dude is gonna make himself a perception check to see if he noticed all the folks. I don't think this hunter is long for this world. Okay. So with that being the case, Dandarin.
Let's see.
No, sorry, it's not your turn. There's an attack coming your way.
How dare?
Does a 16 hit you?
No.
I think that pings off your shield bonus. So basically, a javelin comes like sailing out from up here and just down and down and down, and it gets real close to you, and you're able to bat it away with the shield.
Perfect.
And next is going to be actually a dude that stays hidden. And then this happens. You guys hear this like, and then you see this ram start walking down these cliffs.
What did we hear?
You heard? Did you not hear the whistles that I just did? Sorry,
Nope.
No.
man.
No.
My mic. You basically heard a couple of whistles and a series of clicks, and when the first whistle starts, you see one of the rams sort of raise its head, and then some clicks come, and then some more whistles, and then it starts moving down the hill to that spot right there.
It was nice knowing you guys down there.
And then there's gonna be an attack on Gever.
I assume those have trample. Just no particular reason. Just, thinking about what is terrifying about a ram. That's probably some horns, too.
They
Their
definitely have
eyes?
gore.
It's really their dour sensibilities. Those are the things that get you.
You guys see a javelin come sailing out from this bush right here, and you can just barely make out the shaggy form of a massive bugbear who just flung a pretty good javelin at our boy Gever for 7 damages. And yeah, Gever kind of like takes a knee for a second and just and then he manages to wrench the javelin out of his leg, and he says, "We're surrounded, boys. What are we doing?" Wait, is Gever on here?
He says from the wagons. Just
Oh, great. He goes in 5, so I didn't skip him. Everything was as planned. Cherrun, this one's for you, kid.
Oh, okay. It's not my turn.
it's not your turn. Get fucked.
Cherrun does a that might be
Out of range increments?
yeah, that's what I'm checking. I've been taking the penalty for the other thing, but holy shit, it is just outside of his range increment. It is his range increment with this, so that you know, is 110 feet. You are at 120. So that's a 17. Cherrun does a 17 hit you.
Still hits me.
Oh
I
fuck.
do not have great AC.
Well, you should have, because you would have been missed just now. This is a composite longbow arrow, and he just shot it at you.
Ooh.
For 5 damages. Take them all. Mend out.
All right. Okay. For 5 damages.
Just so you know, you are blind rolling.
Am I blind
Yeah.
rolling?
Yep.
You are.
blind roll.
Yeah.
You're privately rolling some
roll.
dice.
All question marks.
Oh, gotcha.
So we don't know if you're cheating.
So
but I believe you're not.
the rolls are showing up on the stream, so they know I'm not cheating. I don't care what you guys know. Mr. Ringer, it is your turn.
It is.
You have a man who's clearly going to fight dirty, and Exile, who just poisoned a knife.
Yep. Trust them both the same.
Is Delian there? Does Delian know it's been poisoned?
Oh, I'm going to have
Probably,
to get that
yeah.
knife. Yeah.
I'll be too far to charge. I'm
Never know
gonna
until you
try to keep sneaking.
Okay.
Can I go here unobstructed, or do I need to go around stuff?
So if you're going to keep sneaking and you're going to go at regular speed, you're sneaking at a penalty. So normally sneaking's at half speed. So if you took a double move, you go single move speeds.
Gotcha. Then I will go single move speeds.
Okay.
I will there.
Cool. Yeah, like these trees aren't really so much like difficult terrain as they are like just like small clusters of trees. You can kind of like skirt around and go through them. They're enough to provide concealment, but they're not going to be slowing you guys down.
Okay.
Cool. And go ahead and roll me your stealth.
Probably where it's gonna fail me.
Stealth, don't fail me now.
Eh.
All right.
Turns out there's a lot of thorns in this tree.
Ringer is super stealthy until he gets up to here, and then he slightly stubs a toe, and he really loudly curses. Okay. This guy is gonna run up here, and he's gonna take a swing at Gever. You're doing great. Okay. Yeah, I didn't add in all the bonuses, and it still wouldn't have fucking mattered.
Crit fail.
Yeah, crit fail.
That's a 1.
All right. Monsieur Denderon, there are, at this point, at least 3 bugbears who are shooting projectiles at your friends, and 2 that have run up to you, and 1 who hasn't run up to you, but who has been shot at by Zeract.
Yep. Well, I've got no choice but to go in. And let's see here. Oh my god. Let's see.
Just sunder their weapons, and then sunder their legs.
It's not It's not quite how that works.
It's the same thing.
But
Did you disarm him? I dislegged him. Same principle.
That's how that works, right? That's how that works.
I'm just going to hit the man. No, I won't.
Did you forget how you roll, Eric? Is that
By the way, if you guys need to measure in like an angle with the ruler, hold down Control as after you do the first click. So like basically, I measure and then I hold down Control, and now I can like do clicks, and it'll draw me the lines and tell me the distance, and it'll tell you like how far that click is from your last click and how far the total distance is. And then as soon as you click without Control clicked, it'll all go away. So, yeah, you did not hit the mans, Dandrin. So, is there anything else that you wanted to do, or anything else that you can do?
Nope, I'll just lament that I can't roll dice in this game. But I'll remember that I have +1 against these guys because they're all goblinoids.
They're all goblinoids. Gobbles. That is going to be a charge against Coralie because she baited out a goblin. And the Buggin' Bears is going to hit for... Wow.
I love it. You know, the problem here is that they're not trying to knock Zarak unconscious. Because they would crit if they tried. Gently.
Yeah. You see this guy just get completely sidestepped. Like, completely. They actually end up like this. It's like that House Deneath training works. Sharut, it's your turn.
All right, Cherrun is going to there and there because
Okay.
the attack bar.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to take 2 shots in.
So wait, where did Sharut move? Oh, to the tree. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so like that would count as cover from shots.
It'll
that
count as
direction, right?
concealment, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that you know the difference is that cover gives bonus AC, concealment gives you like a miss chance.
Yeah, like a 20
Yeah.
miss chance.
Yeah.
All right. It's a miss. It's a flashbang.
That's a hit.
Take 3 points of damage.
Damn right you would.
And then I guess swift action to scout.
Scout a bugbear?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a knowledge local. This just tells you immunities and weaknesses, right?
I believe it's just weaknesses.
Just weaknesses.
Yes. Scouts.
Bugbears are people. They don't have any particular weaknesses. Yeah, they're just
Tend to
people.
die if you stab them.
Yeah, they tend. Yeah, like they'll die of all of the natural causes that people will, including being stabbed, because that tends to be a natural cause that would end your life. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Next up is Lumio.
I just want to do the Rufio thing every time.
Andy.
He's dead.
Andy.
Playing 3 characters.
I saw his thing flash for just a second, like he was talking, and I don't hear him at all. You wanna like bounce out of the room and bounce back in, man? All right.
Perhaps away.
Well, he just
Technical difficulties.
he just left the room. Now he's back in.
Yeah. Still nothing.
Hey, I can sort of hear you now.
That was weird. Sorry. My turn, I'm guessing.
It is your turn. You're guessing.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna drop a beacon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does that provoke when you do that? Because there's a dude right next to you.
It's a spell. I don't know.
If
That's
you're casting a
the
spell, it does.
standard
Might I
action. Place a
recommend
totem.
taking a 5-foot step.
Probably.
Or making a concentration check.
So yeah, you could 5-foot step to like there, and then do it. So is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, that's great. Great.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be next to him.
Cool.
Can I?
Good. Give him just free,
I don't think
just enough
Julio
space
would
to get
wanna
this rocked.
be there
Yeah.
either, though. I think he would want to be
Yeah, that's
here
true.
because Lumio just saw Cherrun get shot.
Yeah,
So-
you just saw
Yeah.
Shrewd
Yeah,
get
that's-
super shot. So
So that's not a good place for me to be.
Yeah.
okay,
And
so
I'm
you're
just
gonna
dropping the
Cool.
war.
and you're gonna spend a spell point to make it last, or are you concentrating on it?
Yeah, I am. That way I don't lose it when I get inevitably hit.
Okay, cool. So I will drop it real quick, and it is how big? 50 feet plus 5 feet per 2 levels. So 55 feet. It covers that area.
There we go. I'm in the circle.
Yeah.
Doesn't help me.
I mean, it gives you
You're
plus
welcome.
2 to weapon damage rolls.
Yeah, but
Look, you're the one that chose to go up there.
that's true.
Also, the weird thing is that it says that you're in it, and then if I draw a line from you to him, it says it's 65 feet. So I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah, I think the Pathfinder system really freaks out when you use hexes, but I love hexes.
They're better.
They're better.
They are better. You're not wrong.
Okay, so Lumio does that. That gives everybody a +2 to damage, right?
Damage. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Nice.
And then
All weapon damage rolls.
Bowing will make a longsword attack against her bugbear and miss. And Gever will move to here so that he's flanking with Dandrin and do the same. Jesus. Okay, yeah. Dandrin, Gever turns around, and while the bugbear is still looking at you, he just sort of like slices real long across the thing's back. And then we have there's another whistle and a series of clicks, and then you guys see that and that. Man, I'm gonna try this, but like I don't think it's. Oh no, wait, you saw this one. Oh, it's definitely not gonna work. Zaract, this attack is coming for you.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, wait, hold on. That is how far? There's still a chance. No.
No.
Wasn't a 1.
A javelin comes out sailing your way, Zaract. And thinking you completely unprepared, like, you know, how could they have seen me? I was just hiding here with this goat. And then you just kind of like dodge aside, and Lumio dodges the other side. It just goes right between the two of you. It was pretty far off the mark. And then that guy.
What did you say it was? It was a javelin?
Yeah, it was a javelin. But this dude is gonna chuck himself a throwing club and miss. All right, top of the round, Zaract. Things aren't going fantastic, but they're not going super bad. You have you definitely see a line forming behind you of some real fast moving pain that's about to be coming your way. Your mercenaries are sort of doing okay for themselves. Cherrun's plinking away. Dandrin and Gever have a dude. You feel empowered by Lumio's totem. What would you like to do?
Checking on a thing really fast to see if it's within my grouping of actions, because I'm pretty sure that what I'm going to do is just preparation. But 5-foot step is a non-action, right?
5-foot step.
Yeah, it's a no action.
It's no action, but you can't take a 5-foot step and then take a move action. Yeah.
Right. Now I want to make sure that it's not. I can't take a 5-foot step and then move using a move action, but I can use the move action to do other things.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Because what Zaract is going to do, she's just going to drop her crossbow. She is going to draw her Morning Star, which is a standard action, and then 5-foot step so that she's flanking.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. You do that thing.
Just trying to manage the action economy is all.
All right. And after Zaract moves up to flank with Bowing. So wait, you took no standard action?
My standard was drawing the weapon. Or is that a move?
It's a move to draw.
Oh, then in that case, I will make an attack.
Yeah, like you could have drawn it here, take the 5-foot step, and then swing at the guy with a +2 to hit.
And I've got a +2 damage bonus, so this won't hit. But sure, let's do it. There we go.
Yeah, didn't hit.
Cool.
All right, and after Zaract is going to be this bugbear warrior going after Bowing, and he is going to try to clobber the crap out of her, which he will.
Ooh.
She is not dead, but she is down. Here, I'll put prone on her instead of dead. He comes through with the Morning Star, and she lifts up the shield to protect herself, and he hammers down on it so hard she kind of drops to one knee, and then he moves the shield aside, and then just comes in, sort of hitting her across the shoulder and like maybe even a little bit of the back of the helmet, and she just goes out real fast. And he does that, and then he will take his move action to move to here and Cherrun's. So from there, Coralie is going to be flanking with Zarak. And miss. My rolls are either all really good or all really bad. I'm not getting a lot of it in the middle. Everything's like a 1 and a 2 or like a 19. Ringer. You see Delian sort of hiding, waiting. What do you want him to do?
Considering I just made a very loud noise, they're probably looking in this direction now.
Yeah, probably.
If he has any way to help himself stay hidden and move forward still, he probably would do that.
Okay. Delian moves to here, and let me get a thing here real quick. That area right there is shadows. Like he moves forward, and it's literally like just solid darkness. Exile will honestly he'll just sort of move up a little bit, and he's going to lean down and pick up a rock and just try to get that bugbear's attention, so he moves over. So yeah, you see the rock kind of hit over here somewhere, and then he goes, "Hey, ugly, we're over here. Come on." Next is a bugbear hunter. Oh, it's that bugbear hunter.
Ugly.
Well, they are over there. He's going to move up to here. Chuck a spear at Exile. Checking my numbers. That miss, and then he pulls out a Morningstar. Next is this guy, but his initiative has changed. They made him go at the end. 6. So it's Mr. Ram. Which Ram? That Ram. And then, well, bam.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Gever lives. Yeah, the Ram runs in. The Ram runs in, and Gever just sort of like dodges to the side and then slams it in the face with a shield, and you just hear this like, "Nyah!" Well, shit. Now everybody's in melee.
You don't say.
That hunter's gonna start climbing down the wall. That hunter's gonna fall down this wall. Man. He takes 4 damage and is prone right there.
Prone to falling.
God damn it,
No,
Justin.
he's prone because of falling. Get it right.
You know what, Justin?
Prone to accidents.
Everybody but Mike, add 1 gold piece to your sheet.
I am gonna have too much money.
Next, Bugbear Hunter. The best shot's Lumio, so it's gonna go for Lumio.
It's a good thing I have an AC of, oh, please don't hurt me.
Gee. Whew. I just...
You should get in melee. That way they can't shoot you.
How?
I'm actually very limber.
Yeah,
He
you
says to
see...
no one in particular.
You see this dude, like, line up his shot, and he takes it from his big bow and just... Whoosh, and it just goes and goes and goes, and it kind of just hits the ground, like, right there. He whispers a curse in Goblin.
I understood him.
I said he whispers, sir.
I know.
Ringer, it's your turn.
It is. I see someone in charging range.
Yeah, jeez. Yep.
I'm gonna pick up like a big branch if there's one nearby.
Or small.
I
There's
prefer a big one.
yeah, I mean you're in a bunch of trees. Like there's got to be a couple of sticks nearby.
Yeah.
I'll say you can find a branch. That's fine.
I'm thinking like club sized.
Let's see. If I get a less than a 13. No, you can find
Okay.
smaller branches.
Great. Then I pull out a pen.
Cool. You look around, none of these sticks are big enough. So I pull out a bic.
No, it's got to be a feather, doesn't it? Aren't we in the old quill season?
With a
can have it
goddamn
well.
pencil.
Pulls out a bic and clicks it menacingly.
So I am currently at 3 tension.
Okay.
This is so intense. Just click, click.
I apply it to my dodge bonus and I ready a counterpunch
Okay.
for
Wait,
when this bugbear moves.
so you didn't charge, you move,
Oh,
you did a
You're right.
Yeah, because
double
you
moved,
did a
so-
double move.
Never mind. I hit him.
Okay. Are you still putting it towards your dodge?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Go ahead and roll it.
Tense.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm here for.
Indeed, sir.
Do you stab him with the pin?
I do. 1 second.
Ah,
There we
the pin and stop.
I'm in doubt.
All right, so
Wow,
that is
min damage.
8. What does it take for you to do the I'm gonna break the thing while I do this thing?
It is a talent. I don't have it yet.
Oh, I thought you did have it.
No, I have the ability to use those talents.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I thought that one of the talents that you picked up was the one that's like, if I hit you with the improvised weapon and I choose to shatter it as I hit you, then it does more.
No. Basically, that's a feature of the barroom talents.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay.
I have to take one of the talents to let me do that.
Sounds good. Then that will be 8 damage towards that dude. Yep. And from there, we're going to go to Bugbear Warrior. He's a warrior for the Bugbear cause. And Dandrin, he's swinging at you. Does a 16 hit you, Master Dwarf?
No.
I believe that was a no, but I think you started talking before you clicked the button.
No.
Cool. He does not have much else he can do, so then it's your turn. You can try to hit the man what just hit you. Or try
I'm
to
going to
hit
hit the man what just hit me. To confirm, it's only a bonus to damage, yeah?
So you get
The
plus
aura?
2 to damage from Lumio's totem, and you're getting plus 2 to hit if you try to hit this guy from
I'm trying to
flanking
hit
with
that
Geber.
man.
From flanking with
Yeah,
Geber.
I'm trying to
you'll
hit
get
from
plus 2.
flanking. All right, just wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
I think I hit him.
Yeah. You hit him a lot. Oh, he is super.
I hit him really, really hard. Oh, there was also a +1. I actually hit him 1 better because he's a gobbo.
Well, then he's alive. No. Yeah. He takes the hit. He goes down. He does not look great.
The weakness is in the knees.
Guys, I found their weakness. You just gotta hit him really, really hard.
Their weakness is in the knees, he says after hitting him straight in the abs.
No, their weakness is in the knees, he says, smashing the dude's groin with a hammer.
Appropriate, valid, yeah.
Why won't you hit me in the knees?
I'm
I told
I'm
you they
four-
were our weakness.
I'm 4 foot tall doing an overhand swing on an 8 foot tall man. You do the math.
Bugenbaron. Man. Corley just took a wallop of a hit. And she's still up, but man, that was a hard hit. Sharut, it's your turn. This guy has closed with you.
Yeah. If I move here, will I still have cover from ranged attacks? This guy.
If you move where?
If I move,
Hold down X and then click the
Here.
spot. There? Yes.
5 foot step that way,
Okay.
and then
Okay. You get your point blank bonus and all that stuff.
this is with a +2 to damage. Let's see. Does a
Does a
Does a
crit
crit
does a
hit
crit
confirm?
hit?
does 19 confirm?
A 19 does confirm.
Okay, so that's 12 points of damage.
Alrighty.
Is he still up?
That guy has not been hit yet, so yes.
Okay, flashbang now. Here.
And I have to make a save, right? Oh no, wait, you deal damage first.
Yeah, so damage is first. It's 9 points of damage. So he 1 damage for him.
Jeez, it does 9?
It's +2 from Dandrin's thing, another +2 from Lumio's thing, and then looks like I rolled a 3 on the D3 and then a 1 on the for the flashbang. So this one, yes, 9.
Not bad. Okay. He is very dead. I'll even put the little dead thing on him. Look how dead he is. And yeah, like he was still up after the first one because he hadn't been hit yet, but the second one doing almost the same amount of damage was enough.
I just imagine like Cherrun panicking.
Just
Does he
panic
have-
shots. Yeah.
Like he had this 7 foot bugbear. He knows bugbears. He's been hit by a bugbear before, I'd assume. Like he knows bugbears. So it's just like no.
A bugbear farted in front of him once.
It was not pleasant.
It still haunts him to
Still
this
has the
day.
bruise to prove it.
He still has the bruise to prove it.
Yeah,
You know how they say a goose can flap its wings hard enough that the air that comes from that can break a man's nose? Well, all right, Lumio, it's your turn.
All right.
What would you like to do, sir?
I mean, make all of the enemies suddenly disappear and then just give us a XP would be great. But
Okay.
I don't think that's a spell that I have.
No, that's fair. All the enemies are now invisible, and you guys all gain 3 XP.
Oh, there we go. You guys, I did it. I did that for you. I see no downsides to this because they're invisible now.
Strangely,
Yeah,
all the
he-
enemies are
he
invisible,
goes-
but so is Ringer. What's he planning?
Da, da, da. No, he's just over there in the bush crying.
Yeah, it's just the tears.
All right. Down. Yeah, I'm gonna hit this dude with a little bit of a one of those sparkly things that I do so good. It's just gonna be a regular one. No buffs or intentions. I get the feeling this fight might continue a little bit longer because I don't know how many guys are out there. And make it look like I can only do short range if at all possible. I don't know why I would do that, but that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so who are you hitting?
Nope, that's this one.
That one? Okay. And
Yeah.
you're attacking him with the ray?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
that looks like it hits him.
Even with the penalty for him being in melee, that will hit him. So roll your damages, please.
There we go.
And he
Little snap
takes-
boot for him.
He takes 3 damages.
Yeah.
Okay. After Lumio is Boween. Boween is unconscious, so that's fine. Yeah. Why did... Oh, hey, it does a different thing if I mark them defeated over here.
Mhm.
It like... So like
It's
if
a
I...
spell.
Well, yeah, but if I do assign status effect dead, it gives a little bitty one. But if I do it that way...
It's the much better way of doing it. Yes.
Okay. Today I learned a thing. Boween's not actually dead, but she is very prone. Next is going to be one of the Bugbear Warriors. Which one is it? It's this one. I don't believe he can close that distance. Can he? No. His speed will not let him close that distance. He is going to move to here and chuck a club at Zeract.
There we go. See? The blunt damage, that's how we know it's going to hit. Never mind.
See? Quit being so defeated so I can hit you.
Get your hopes up so that I can dash them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
All these adventurers running around without hopes. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't like it when they have them. I don't like it when they don't have them.
That's the complications of being a villain.
When you take them away. Oh.
Mwah.
Weird.
That's when you get to be Italian.
All right. Next up is Gever, who's gonna swing on this ram. Get him, Gever. No.
When the NPC tells the GM off, it's a bad day.
Actually, hold on. Measure 85. Ooh, never mind. This ram moves closer, and that's it. Sorry, Gever. All right. That is enough to take Gever down. Also, this guy. After that ram is going to be a Bugbear Warrior. He has entered the fray and is going to... oh, yeah, he's going to do that one, because that seems good. Charge. There is a massive bugbear shouting the word traitor in Goblin while he attempts to smash you into a fine green-tinted, red-tinted paste.
You're going to be Christmas colors. It's fine.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hey, look at it this way. It'll be funny.
That's a hit.
I did look at it that way.
I don't know how I'm still. Okay. Fruit is not looking too good.
Well, yeah,
He's still
but
up.
he's also wounded.
Ouch.
Look, that was only a comment on Shrewd's innate ugliness due to being a goblin.
That's fair. It was only racist.
Look at that
Yeah.
picture. Look at the picture.
What are you talking
How do
about?
you-
He's super cute.
How do you know how goblins feel about that picture? Did you pull them? Did you conduct a survey?
No, because according to Dandarin, goblins aren't people.
Oh, okay.
Well, Dandrin's wrong about a lot of things.
Yeah, but not this.
Shut up, Gobbo.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sharut. It's just gobbles.
Zeract,
All right, I am going to try and hit this guy with my Morning Star once again,
do the thing.
because flanking is really kind of the best thing I can do here. Yeah, sure, fucking. I doubled my attack roll. Oh boy.
You did it.
Are you rolling a d20 -1 +3?
Yeah, that's right.
Dope. Didn't work. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Hmm.
No, I want to do that thing. Let's go back and do that thing again.
Yeah, kinda.
What would you like to do?
I'm at a 5-foot step.
Okay.
Here.
Sounds good. Are you moving away from the ram and offering up Lumio? Is that what you're doing?
One of us is slightly more in charge range than the other.
We'll see what happens.
Realistically, you're about the same.
That's such a subtle way to be a dick.
Hey, Zerax has had bad combat experiences. I think that's a fair maneuver there.
Sure, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You're in happy-go-lucky mode. How is that a fair maneuver?
She would never say anything to hurt you.
That's fair. Okay.
She might
Just
let
do
Ram
action.
Most certainly.
All right. After Zeract, there's a dead bugbear warrior, and then there's Coralie.
Does he bleed at us hard?
Uh,
A rage of 1,000 suns.
who goes, yeah, that's a good idea, and doesn't want to be charged by the ram either, seeing what it just did to Geber, and is going to swing on the bugbear. Look, I said they're well trained, but they're not expertly trained.
I don't know how
have
you've been rolling like goddamn.
This has been a long time coming. The moment he rolls on our side.
Yeah, maybe it's not you guys. Maybe the game wants you to lose. The game's like, you could be playing Star Wars right now.
No, we can't.
That game was canned.
We can never go back, Kate.
Who's Kate?
Wham. And
Yeah, I see Delian as Ill Stealer. He would do this.
yeah.
Steal the credit.
Especially if you knocked the guy out, then he would come over and like stab it in the head and be like, I did it. He would be that annoying guy from the Conan movie that every annoying player likes to play the first time they play a rogue. That's not going to do it. He went up behind him and he tried to stab him in the back, and he missed with his kukri.
Did you add flanking? Because I don't think you did.
I did add flanking.
Oh, wow.
He's a lot of what Delian does is I'm going to attack them when they absolutely don't see me. So it's usually they're flat-foot. Or I'm not even going to attack them. I'm just going to get in, get out, and get what I need. Or get in, get what I need, and get out. That makes more sense. I'm just going to show up and then leave and then rob a different place. Exile will move to there. And he will try to stab the mans with you.
Yeah, maybe you guys should just go deal with the bridge.
You guys want to just go handle that other thing? Yeah.
Well, it continues to be your turn.
Bugbear has some choices now. I'm going to roll a d6. Mike, you're 1 and 2.
I am number 1.
Actually,
And also number
Mike, he's just going to try to swing at you because you're the one that hit him.
Okay.
And that
Weird.
makes more sense. So,
Seems legit.
he swings the big flail at you.
It's not hit.
No shit.
Maybe came close though.
Dandrin, I got a ram running your way. Does a 21
No.
hit you?
Unfortunately, a 21 does hit me.
That is going to be 9 damages, sir. This guy will get up, and that's his round. Like, he's essentially just nursing his wounded pride and his busted ass. Because he fell down a mountain. Okay, so you guys are at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's going to make a will save. And seeing that this is going the way he is, he's going to take a shot over here at this group and try to shoot Delian. And miss.
Hey, the emphasis was on try. You did the best you could, bud.
He did what he could, and it wasn't enough. Ringer, there's a bugbear.
God damn it. I assume it's too late to remind you of Rope-a-Dope when you attacked me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on you to remember your abilities as they're happening.
Yep. That makes sense. I will ready a counterpunch. My 2 triggers are attacking me and attacking Delian.
Okay.
And I'm just going to tell Exile and Delian, go deal with the bridge. I got this guy.
All right. Sounds good. One of the triggers you can actually pick is just making an attack roll.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be attacking a specific person. It can just be making an attack roll.
I'll do that.
Cool. So if he attacks you, you get it. And if he attacks, you get it. Because the standard one is always if he attacks you, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you are prepping the counterpunch. That warrior's dead. Dandarin, it's your turn. There's a ram near you. There's a bugbear and another bugbear. What would you like to do?
I'm going to take a step to the side because this ram has ruined everything I was going to do.
Mhm.
And I'm going to hit the ram
Uh-huh.
as punishment. And my child is just not stopping.
Soon you'll have an office.
And in their office, there
We'll
will
have
be
a
no
child.
In that office. May your office's child be a masculine child. Here's the thing.
It's a den, so I don't know what that counts as.
He charged you, so you hit.
Nice.
Because charging lowers AC. So that is 7 damages. Are you guys seeing the weird like elevation counter thing?
The
Yes.
feet?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah, it's like the main way that
I just assume that Corley has 9 feet on the Bugbear Warrior.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Every time you take damage, you grow that many feet.
House Deneath breeds some pretty tall 5'3" women.
They know how to stack so many feet in 5'3".
Yeah. All right. Dandarin gets a solid hit on the ram. It's not enough to take it out, but it's pretty good. Next is going to be Dasenvaren. Let's see. Corley nor Zeract have hit him last. So I'm going to roll for it. Zeract, you are 4 to 6. Okay, so he's going to try to hit Corley.
Fuck.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
It's back. It's back, guys. John's stupid fucking things with dice. They're back.
Hey, we
He's hitting
don't know
himself.
that it's back. Whew.
Really?
That's 24 damage total.
Yeah, I'm dubious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
It might be a little back. I don't really know. Hey, you should be super happy. These are morning stars.
Yeah. I know what morning stars do. They're terrifying.
Where is Corley? No, I mean you should be super happy that they're morning stars, not like battle axes.
That's. Although they do bludgeoning, piercing damage. Like,
Yeah.
if you had a combination of damage you didn't want, bludgeoning and piercing, is
Yeah.
probably it.
It's gonna break your ribs and fill them with holes. It sounds like the worst combo. Cherrun, it's your turn. What would you like to do, sir?
Okay, so you said I can take a 5-foot step and then a move action, but not an actual move action?
Yeah, you
Can't
can
move
still
that
you can still take the you can still basically a 5-foot step is sort of like you can move 1 square as a free action, but you can't do it if you intend to also use a move action to move.
Okay. If I move back here, that's just a clear line of clear shot, right? No cover for him.
Honestly, since you're like 5 feet away, yeah, I would say he probably doesn't have concealment from there.
All right. So for my move action, I am going to use a feature I have not used yet. And I am.
And you're gonna pick him up and carry him with your huge backpack?
Exactly. Here's the twist. Cherrun is now a wrestler.
You're gonna break his back over your knee and make him humble?
I was actually going to do a suplex, but
Okay.
no.
What's
So as a move action, Cherrun is going to make a special poison, and he's going to choose damage. As a part of this move action, he apply it next attack.
Okay.
Make sure I have this right. Yes.
So you take a step back while like mixing some stuff and making a poison.
Yes.
You like
He pulls out
throw
his
that
portal-
goop on one of your bolts.
It's really weird. Like you see him reach into his bandolier, and he pulls out like the portable alchemy lab from nowhere. Nobody knows how fast his hands are moving because you just saw his like hand crossbows in his hands, and now he has this portable alchemist kit, and he's making this quick potion. And then you look away again, and he's already applying it to like a bolt. It's
Okay.
weird.
Sounds good.
Um,
So before you tell me what all the poison does, do you want to make sure that you hit the bugbear?
yes, that's what I'm doing right now.
All right.
Because it is applied to my hand crossbow attack, like my flashbang.
Okay.
So, charged me, right?
He did charge you. That will still miss.
Bummer. All right. Flashbang is next.
So like, do you want helpful hint here?
What's that?
So I don't know if you're really keeping track of them and how many you have, but a thing that you can do with hero points is before you roll, you can say, I'm going to spend a hero point on this to add 8 to a roll, but after you roll, you can use a hero point to add 4.
I was actually probably just going to use a hero point to take another action because it gives another 2 rolls.
Yeah, it's fair. Up to you.
And
Okay,
I
so
believe...
you miss with the
Hold
poison one. So go ahead
Yes.
and shoot with your Flashenbogen.
Sorry, I want to read... where the heck am I?
The game deleted it so that it would be fair to me.
Fair to you, you've been rolling like freaking crazy. Don't give me that shit.
On the NPCs, all the PCs are fine.
This time.
For now.
Look.
Okay, this is the flashbang.
Imagine how this would have gone if you guys didn't have those NPCs to take that hit.
16.
I'm gonna hire mercenaries every fucking time.
16 will miss, actually. Oh no, wait, he charged. 16 will hit.
Okay. Make me a fortitude 50 check.
No.
Okay, he is dazed.
Oh fuck.
For 1d4 rounds.
And took
so that's
8 damage.
slash roll. No, that's roll.
Slash roll. No,
Slash
you had
roll.
it. Slash roll.
Okay. Slash roll.
There you go.
I almost spelled it wrong. 1d4 and then plus 1. Fail.
2 rounds of days. That's serious shit.
Hang on.
You already have it included. It's for 3. It's already in the roll. It's the second damage.
No, that's the damage of the flashbang.
Yeah,
So it does 1d3 plus 1d4.
It
Yeah.
does 1d4 plus 1, and then the dazed and dazzled condition, or deafened and dazzled. Sorry, deafened and dazzled is for 1d4 rounds.
So when you shoot the flashbang, does it do the damage of the arrow and the damage of the flashbang?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's the damage of the arrow and the damage of the flashbang is 8, and then
Yes.
so
And then I roll the 1d4.
cool. So roll 1d4.
So just one round.
All right.
+1, I thought you said?
No, I have to get more. It's the second part.
Okay.
All right. I will then spend a hero point. I need to know. I think I can do that again because it's a separate attack action, right? Hang on. Sorry.
So if the hero point can give you 1 standard action. So if you can shoot both of your crossbows as 1 standard action, which I'm pretty sure you can with barrage.
Yes, I can. It's more of a if I can use the flashbang again. So I know I can use barrage. I'm checking to see if I can as a part of an attack action. So yes, I can. Okay. I kind of want to help Dandrin out here. So we
Dandrin's got a lot of sheep next to him.
Yeah, we need to get some breathing room. Okay. First shot is going to be on that ram. Yeah. First shot's going to be on that, and I can't do another move action. So it's 1 plus 2 does an 18.
On the ram? Yeah.
7 points of damage.
That is enough to take out the ram.
Okay, and then the next flashbang is going to go towards the bugbear that smacked me.
Okay. That's the one that the last flashbang went toward.
Yes, and it will stack.
Okay.
Do Deafen and Dazzled affect AC at all?
Deafened lowers initiative and makes you potentially likely to fumble any spell that requires verbal components. Dazzled gives you a -1 to hit.
Okay, here comes the next flash. Oh, wait, no, sorry.
Huh?
Oh my god. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah. That's 11 damage.
That's 11 damages.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me find this one on the thing, and then I will click the...
Oh! That feels so good.
It really amuses me that the scholar has the high kill count.
He's
Keep it up, Cherrun. Keep it up.
fucking doing work. I'm so confused. He was not built for this.
I was just built to debuff things. What kind of debuff? Well, they just sort of stand there uselessly, and then I continue to shoot them. That doesn't sound like debuffing. That just sounds effective.
I mean, it's little effective.
Yeah.
Making them less shiny.
Lumio, it's your turn, bud.
Of course, I get up to deal with something. That's when that happens. All right. Well, I see that there is still a dude 3 feet in the air above me, so I'm gonna work on him.
All right. What are you doing to that guy?
I'm gonna attack him first.
Sounds great.
And I'm gonna increase the damage if I hit, or with a spell point.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Touch AC.
Ooh.
So with him being in the melees, and do you have precise shot?
I don't.
As it stands, that does not hit. Then.
Okay. All right then. Do I still spend the point?
You still spend the spell point, yeah, because you spend it while you're casting.
Okay. All right. That's it then.
Okay, that's your standard action. Is there a move action you'd like to take? Is there any other actions you'd like to take?
I'm gonna shift in between Dandarin and
right there.
the Betrayer.
The Betrayer.
Wow.
That's me. I'm the
Yeah.
betrayer.
So
The
I
fungoid.
could move. I can move farther back.
The fungoid person.
Yeah. No, I can move.
It's just
Yeah.
racist.
Who's next to Cherrun? Well, hello,
I
betrayer.
think I'll move back to here. Actually, because there's this ram now.
Okay,
And I can still hit the guy back there.
cool.
So
All right.
that's good enough.
Yeah, you shoot a ray of lightning. It doesn't connect, and then you go, I'm going to get behind the Dandarin and away from this whole ram thing. I'm going to open Zeract up to be in front of the ram, actually.
Love it.
You guys are fighting like Tau now, just backing up the whole fucking time. All right.
This means nothing to me.
They're the best warrior or the best team in 40k.
They are the best team, other than Tyranids.
I mean, that's Ann opinion.
They fight like a modern army.
Yeah, they fight like a modern army.
Well,
We're gonna get in the
really
range of the
like-
guns. All right, when you got into the range of the guns, the other guys start moving forward. We're gonna keep them out of melee and in range of the guns. All right, you guys are cowards.
Yeah, but we're not dead.
Bugenbaren. Wait, that one makes more sense.
Eyes erect.
Bye. It was a fun combat.
Hey, we don't know that she's going down like a sack of potatoes. See?
It's just, statistically.
Statistically speaking,
It
I
wove
am
into a focus for the good.
so confused.
Let's see. Zeract only got hit in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of those 12 rolls. So 50% of the time. See?
How much damage did those rocks that fell do?
They did a lot, but only
Yeah.
to Lumio. It's really weird.
It's all non-lethal, though. So, you just fall.
So yeah, that dude charges and then whiffs. Probably as Zeract goes, ah! And jumps away from him.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's appropriate.
And then Ram's gonna go. Good old Ram. Nothing wrong with Ram.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Everyone needs more of it.
You can download some, I hear.
Ah,
There it is. There it is. All right. Double my health and damage. Just
Look, there's a chance that this won't knock you out, but it's not a good chance.
hold on. Can I modify his roll with hero points? Jesus fuck.
Actually,
Make it higher.
I believe
Doesn't
you
the ram
can.
have to roll to confirm?
yeah.
Oh wait,
Confirm?
sorry. Yeah, I'll roll to confirm.
Yep. Okay. Roll to confirm. That was
How dare you?
Hold on. To answer your question though, I think that is a thing that you can do. 1 second. One of the things that you can do is it says cheat death, not ignore damage.
You won't be dead.
You may petition the GM to allow a hero point to be used. You can petition the GM.
One of the things you can
Jim?
do is use it to act out of turn. So as you see the ram charging you, you could be like, "It's been a hero
Yeah.
point."
That's absolutely it. That's it right there. I fucking act out of turn. Oops. There we go. Okay. Hero point spent. Yay.
Okay.
Fuck. So when it's charging, it just has to be next to something, right? So if I move to over correlate, if I took a 5-foot step to stand over correlate, it'd still be able to hit me there. Yeah.
It has to be a straight line.
Yeah, it has to be a straight line. If
Okay.
you moved to stand over correlate, yes, it would still be able to hit you there.
Yeah, that's kind of what I
But
figured.
if you moved
It could hit me
here,
there.
Really, you just kind of chest pieced yourself in there.
you could cast detect ghosts.
hold on.
Maybe don't
Because this
Wait.
happens. This happens as a reaction.
Yeah, so if you don't want to do that, you can, let's see, if it's your turn, you can spend it to take a standard action or a move action.
Hold on. I have a great idea.
Okay.
I am going to use Verbosa's surprise image ability,
Oh, nice. What does that do?
lets me make a stealth check instead of my armor, instead of using my AC. And I can spend the hero point to... Well, hold on. Let me see if that's actually fucking worth it. Did I put points in stealth? Never mind. That's a bad fucking idea.
Well, I mean, if you spend a hero point, you get a +8 to the roll, whatever the roll is.
It'd be +0, so because I didn't put any points in it. So that's slightly better. Statistically, I'd be at a 12. I'd be 2.5 points above what my AC is, but an 18.5 just doesn't fucking cut it against that. So
It's up to you.
I will do an immediate action. I am going to provoke a couple of attacks of opportunity because that's...
Okay, so like you see the ram readying. The ram is still over here. And what are you doing?
Okay. I am going to move away from the bugbears, provoking an attack of opportunity.
Where are you going? No. Do
Do you have any acrobatics?
Oh, motherfucker, it's just out of range.
He'd have to charge through his friend as well. So it's...
All right. So I'm going to roll the 2 attack rolls from the bugbears.
Uh-huh.
So it's 1d20 plus 5 twice. First one is that. Second one is this.
Second one hits.
That is 1d8 plus 3 for a Morningstar. That's 6 damage.
I will take that. Okay.
All right. So here's what's going to happen. Lumio, real sorry. So that dude's going to run down to there. And I'm going to see if I can hit me a Lumio. Does 19 hit?
Sorry, muted. Yeah, that hurts.
All right.
That hurts. What?
8 damage, sir.
Wow.
Well, you know what? If I hadn't gotten health because we leveled up, that would have killed me, knocked me right out. But it doesn't.
You know what's awesome about that is that it's not 26 points of damage.
Yeah.
That is true. I do prefer
down. We're not down in initiative.
Yeah, that 26 was real special to me.
I believe it.
And you
Oh no,
took
wait.
it away.
No, wait. That's not 26. That's just 13. I had already doubled it when I rolled the dice.
Oh.
Because it's 1d8 plus 3, so I rolled 2d8 plus 6.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, still.
Yeah, I mean, still, but yeah. Okay, Lumio, you took 8 damage from the ram charging. That's fantastic. Next ram goes, then moves to Dandarin, standing over an already freshly battered ram body. And Dandarin, I don't think he's not going to be able to charge you from there, so he's just going to attack and miss.
Zorak's initiative moved.
Zorak's initiative did move because Zorak now goes after. She'll be in like 4 points. I'm gonna put her in 4.5 update combatant. Cool. Or actually, hold on. She'd be just before that guy.
Just before the ram.
Yeah. So we'll go like 5.1. Cool. So now it goes Zorak and then Ram. Well, top of the turn.
Would Delian listen to me?
I mean, probably. Like if you told him like go handle the bridge, or told the two of them go handle the bridge, I got this one, they'll probably listen. It's not like they see you as a leader. They just are probably gonna go like, yeah, all right. So with that said, Delian's going to. Whew. Really?
Oh,
Wow.
roll another
That
for instant
An
kill?
attack of opportunity?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is an attack of opportunity. Go ahead and trigger.
That's a counterpunch
Yeah.
Kill him.
with a pen.
Kill him outright.
Kill him.
Murder.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Mike.
All right. That one is not dead, but he does take a big wallop, and that's going to check a thing.
All right, that 22 should be a 21.
Gotcha. Yeah. So he turns to swing at Delian. You just stab this dude like in the back of the neck with a pin, and he connected real well. Delian is unconscious and also right here now. Next is going to be Exile.
I don't know if Exile would still listen to me at this point.
Yeah, probably not. Probably no. He's going to take a 5 foot to right there, and then hit. Okay. He does a little bit of damage to the hunter, and but it's not much. He like stabs him with his rusty little shiv. It is then that bugbear's turn, and that bugbear is going to try to clobber you there, Mike.
Damn, that guy's beat.
Does a 13
That
hit
does not
you?
hit. Make a fort save.
From what? Oh, from
Rope-a-dope.
Rope-a-dope?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you made it.
You don't say. I don't know why I clicked message and fucking Steam pop-ups. Come on. This guy right here takes a shot into the group. He's taking the shot at Dandrin. And that's gonna miss. And the guy, for those who don't speak Goblin, the guy on the bridge starts barking something out in that rugged, like, guttural Goblin that the bugbears speak. And Mike, the guy next to you, and the other ones down here, Lumio, like the ones next to you, and Zarak, the ones next to you, they kind of argue there for a minute, and then you see them start like being far less aggressive and holding the weapon in more of a guarded stance and starting to back up.
So for those of us who do speak Goblin like Lumio, what did they say?
For those of you who do speak Goblin like Lumio, the one on the bridge said, "Enough! We've lost too many. Let the humans pass." And they said, "But we almost have them." And various other things like that. And then he said, "No, it's too much. Losses are too great.
Dad.
That's not the purpose of this. Our losses are permanent. Theirs are not. Back away." And
Can I do a sense motive check?
sure. What are you trying to sense?
So he talked about the word bearers before, and him speaking the way he just did makes me think that he also might be from branch of the word bearers, even though like he's acting like a sword bearer. Can I discern whether or not he hails from either of those clans?
That is a knowledge local, not a sense motive.
Okay, knowledge local.
Sure.
Oh, that was terrible.
What'd you get?
13.
They seem like common Margle tribe bugbears. That's what you get from it.
Let's see. I know Dandrin speaks Goblin. I know Lumio speaks Goblin. I know Zarak speaks Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
The only ones who don't are Ringer and Exiles. Cherrun would probably call out at that point.
Would it be all right if I took this one?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So Lumio pipes up and doing his best Goblin, says, "When a group appears to be led by a Goblin, one should think that they do not all appear to be as they should. Should we call this a draw, and maybe we can speak further on areas in this location?"
Look at Lumio doing the diplomancing.
I mean, give me a diplomacy check.
Yeah, sure. I need to put /roll.
Before you do, can I assist?
No, because you didn't say anything.
Okay.
I mean, if you actually roleplayed assisting, then sure, but you didn't.
How's that? It's pretty good, right? 25.
He says, he calls out, "Give us our fallen, and we will let
Happily.
you pass."
Can I? I'm gonna pipe up at this point. Can help mend, or I can help mend your goblin or your fallen if you would speak with us.
I would not have traitor medicine touch their bodies.
I hope I have fought well enough that I follow honor. So speak with, and I will help. Otherwise, they may pass. It will be a loss for numbers, which I know you do not want, and I do not.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Okay.
Oh, I should delete this one too. He says, "Already, we let you pass. Do not continue to threaten my kin."
I did not mean to threaten, but to offer assistance.
I think he's trying to say that they're going to die if he doesn't try and intervene.
Yeah, you said like, but he said, "I don't want your medicine." You're like, well, then they'll all just die.
Yeah. So, only meant to assist as the doctor that I am, but do not wish to have this assistance. That is understandable. Can I do? I'm not going to talk with him anymore. I'm probably going to go heal our wounded, but can I do a quick perception check to see if there's any symbols on these bugbears? Markings of clans?
Sure.
I'm trying to. They sound.
So you see that they have markings on them. They have various, various like fetishes and tokens that they wear, often around like necklaces or like paint that's in different colors on their cheeks or going over like from their eyebrows to like the crown of their head. It's one of those things that like in a fight with a bugbear, you don't really care what clan they're from. You want to live. But now that you're sort of like looking at them as you're passing to like, try to bring up Boween and Corley and Gever, go ahead and give me another knowledge local check. These guys come from a Margle tribe that is sort of south of New Seer. They are called the Strong Children of Stone, and they tend to be. That the Strong Children of Stone are one of the peaceful bugbear tribes. The Margle tribes are very aggressive and territorial. These guys are territorial and aggressive, but far less than a lot of the others. They don't really keep slaves. They don't really, torture and any of that stuff. These ones will move over and sort of like with arrows knocked and bows drawn, but the knocked arrows not aimed at anyone. He barks out to tell these two to start dragging the wounded bugbears away.
For anybody who doesn't goblet, Cherrun would yell out for them to stand down because.
I assume we already heard that last time.
Yeah, like you called it out already before. Ringer, the bugbear that you stabbed, kind of steps back. He's still like hefting the flail, and he's very like, and then he reaches a hand up to his back, and he's like reaching around, and then eventually there's kind of this as he pulls out this pin and looks at it, and then looks at you and looks at the pin, and then just kind of not as an attack, but just sort of throws the pin at you, like how dare you? And then he will sort of like half climb, half jump down this.
While you're doing that, on some rolls.
Lumio, let me take a look at you.
I guess
can
I'll-
understand for you.
I guess I'll grab really in.
It's like Andy uses this specific time while we're doing stuff to like fix things around his house.
No, he's just getting home, like right out of it, right? So
Yeah, I know.
Fence has got shit to.
How much would a heal check of 20 do?
I believe a heal check of 20 heals him for 10.
Okay.
I'll have to check Warforged real quick. 1 sec.
I like how you're just groaning over healing 10 HP because you rolled a 4.
Correct.
Sorry, no, the 20 heals 5. It heals 5.
Okay, that's why I thought DC 15.
Feels
Yeah.
really good.
It's
It means I can heal him a minimum of 1 a minimum of 2.
yeah. So it's whatever the roll is minus 15 is how much you heal.
Yep.
So
So I have healed you for 5. Ding, ding,
I'm
ding,
assuming
ding.
she's in more critical. She'll get
There. No,
12 points of healing from the salve.
okay.
I'll try and drag Gever over here too.
Yeah. You drag Gever over. He's, for somebody who's wearing as much armor as he is, he's really light.
Is he
Like he just
made of bones?
yeah, basically. Like it seems like he's like, under the gambeson and the other gambeson and the armor, he's probably pretty skinny.
He's wearing double gambeson.
So yeah, Cherrun, you start healing people up. You see that the head bugbear hunter is and the other hunters are basically feeding potions to a couple of the guys. The two of them sort of shake a little bit and their wounds mend, but one of them seems to be like just completely downed. So the two of the warriors start carrying him off and just sort of put him in the bush and move him right there.
I guess we start making our way back to the wagon with what we can.
Are you gonna try and heal these?
Well, I applied a salve to her. Come on, it's X, right? Yeah, it's X. I applied a salve to her, so she should be fine. And then I'm gonna apply another salve to probably Gever because he got hit harder. I should do a heal check to see what if they're stable. To be honest.
I will let you know right now they are all stable.
Okay, cool. Then yeah. So, how do you say her? Oh, Lorelei?
Correlate.
Corley. Sorry. Corley heals 12 hit points, and then
Bowing.
I'll hit with another salve.
Okay. They're like when you give them the first bit of healing, they're already sort of shaking awake. They just seem real groggy. So real quick, so that everybody knows, to anybody that took arrow or javelin damage, that damage was actual damage. If you took damage from any of the goats, that was actual damage. If you took damage from the Morning Stars or the flails, that was subdual.
Oh, okay.
So like Gever is actually
In that case, I've taken damage.
yeah, Gever's actually in far worse condition than like Corley was, because even though she took a big crit, it was a subdual crit, whereas Gever just got charged by a big goat and like got his chest crushed in.
Then Gever will get that 12 points more shape.
Cool.
So he'll get the 12 points of healing from the salve, and then we'll take Boween and Dillian back to the cart.
Okay. Mike, are you doing anything in particular?
I'm grabbing Dillian because I assume Exile will just leave him there.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like he's dead, and Exile's not really gonna check, so he's just like, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean,
Little guy got hit by a flail about twice his size. Hate to see it happen.
yeah, I'll just pick him up and go the long way down.
Okay. Sounds good.
It's a climb check.
You went all robotic. What'd you say?
I don't want to make that climb check.
Makes sense. Yeah, Dillian weighs like in his armor with his knives and all of his other shit, I think he's like 35 pounds. You're fine. Because gnomes are toddlers, essentially. Cool. So, Cherrun, you heal up some people. Dandarin, you were fixing Lumio. Zaract, Lumio, were either of you doing anything of note?
Letting myself be healed. I'd also want to talk to the bugbears as I could to see why they were encroaching or going this far out raiding, because this seems a bit far north for them. But if they aren't speaking, then I won't push it.
Give me a sense motive check.
I got a +0 for that, so.
Can Cherrun kind of like? Oh, never mind.
Hey, not bad.
They seem reluctant. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't see you as allies or equals or potentials or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just they were losing people, you were losing people, and you got to the point where it was like, this isn't productive anymore. Just take your wagons and get out of here.
Fair enough.
So yeah, you could attempt to push it. There is the chance that it would work and you could get some information. There's also the chance that it wouldn't work and we'd roll initiative again.
Ooh, that is a possibility, huh? Let's yeah, I'm willing to take that bet.
All right.
So before he Cherrun's looking at Boween and he sees him to start talking, Cherrun is gonna kind of grab his leg real quick and look at him and be like, these are strong children of stone, normally peaceful, strange, yes, but still, Margul tribes are very aggressive unless so. Try not to cross, or else we'll ourselves in same predicament.
I have to agree with Cherrun on this one. They're going to give us what we want. Maybe best just to go our ways at this point. I won't stop you. Just offering some advice.
And information. Hope find helpful.
Hold on a second. I'm going to attach these spikes to you. Just
Pulls out
And they're gone. They're very gone. Thank you. Although I do look badass. So thank you 2 times in 2 ways.
I feel
But no, so
I feel like bulwark. This is awkward.
Nobody puts bulwark in a corner. The
All right, everybody
yeah,
but
so-
Mike.
Yes.
I don't know about you guys, but I heard 100 gold.
yeah, his mic didn't get out there at the end, but 100 is what he said.
We all heard 100. Cool.
You can
Sounds
all
true.
yes, you can
That
all
sounds
add
great.
100 copper to your sheet.
Oh, even better.
Add
don't know how
one
money works.
silver
No,
to my sheet. Got it.
Just double checking before I do anything. The deal with the hero point before a roll versus after.
So if you decide to go like I'm going to spend a hero point on this before you roll, you add an 8,
Mhm.
or you can do it after you roll and add a 4.
Let's do before.
Okay. Note that you can, without certain feats, you can only spend 1 hero point a round, so you can't like roll it with the 8 and then be like, oh, it's not high enough. I'm gonna add another one.
Yeah.
Before you finish that roll, Andy, with the insight Cherrun has given him, we get a bonus.
Yeah, I'll give you a +2.
All right. Thank you, Cherrun. Whew. Not a bad bonus, guys.
Okay. So you approach. What are you saying?
As representatives or members of New Seer, we would wish to avoid conflict with your tribe in the future. Is there something that we may be able to assist you with, though strong as you are, that we can make raiding out this far not a necessity?
Okay. I imagine you're like
I'm
stepping
tiptoeing
forward.
around it because Andy is not as good with diplomacy as Lumio is.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I remember being in a game where the DM was like, "No, but tell me exactly what you do with the heist." Exactly. And guy we were playing with was like, "My character has a +40 to like heisting. I am an IT tech. I don't know." So no, I get
Yeah.
that. Okay, so you walk forward and you start saying this. You get this really weird thing first, where a pair of rams turn, and it's sort of that weird sort of like ba sound that rams make,
Mhm.
combined with a really low growl. They're just kind of like,
That's frighteningly cool.
and the hunter that was on the bridge moves forward. He would actually move to about there, and he says,
These raids are your fault. You and your whole village. Your village angered the mountain. Now the mountain is dangerous. You attacked us. You took from us. We take from you now. That's all this is. Fairness.
Thank you for letting me know that. Would it be acceptable for me to contact you again when we return this way later?
If you can find us.
That's more than I can ask. Thank you. We shall return this way, hopefully, within a fortnight. That's a proper unit of measurement of time around here, right?
I mean, people use the term, sure.
Okay.
He says,
Too long. We won't be here. We take and we return to the mountain.
Then we will attempt to meet you there.
Much danger for you humans in the mountain. Other tribes are not like the strong children.
I want to convey that we're basically looking, because Seer is vulnerable in its own way, or New Seer is vulnerable in its own way. We would want to end hostilities, whatever accidental ones were caused, if at all possible, to protect our tribe and hopefully protect theirs.
so he like sort of crouches, and you see him remove a very long knife from a not quite sheath on his calf. It's less a sheath and more just like this is like the binding of the ropes where the knife goes.
Yeah,
And
like you do.
he starts sketching something in the dirt, and what he sketches looks basically like this. He goes,
Your human city. The mountains. The road. The stone thieves. We are here.
Can I do a
Come at your own peril.
I'll ask you to do that in a second.
We
Probably sure, or Zeract would be excellent to have on that.
We
But
promise
before that,
we do not promise safe passage in or out of the Margul.
understood. I
The
appreciate this.
The area
It will
is
be.
dangerous for your kind.
I bid them farewell in whatever goblinoid ways I know, and study the map and attempt to explain it to all of the people who understands maps, supers goods like I do.
Super's goods. Okay. Yeah. So like what he drew for you was like it's 2 lines and 3 X's.
Yeah.
But does anybody in the group have knowledge geography?
Wait, do I?
No, I wanted to do a knowledge check on the word stone.
I do actually. A
Sure
plus
don't.
6 to that.
Sure. Go ahead and it would be more of a knowledge history check than like a lore or a knowledge local if you would like it.
For stone thieves.
Yep.
And then can I roll geography on that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll some geography.
Oh, fancy.
Oh, look at that.
My roll matched my words. Damn it.
24 on his stone thief.
So it's kind of a Margul custom to sort of live at peace with the mountain. You can build on and you can build in if you find like a cave that's good enough. But doing things like the dwarves do it is like verboten. That is not something you would do. That is treacherous and it desecrates the mountains. So like if you wanted to build like a bugbear sort of settlement, what you would do is usually you would go up to the surface and chop down a couple of trees and make like kind of a fence and make, you know, some huts and make sort of like a longhouse that's a little bit like dug into the soft earth. But as soon as you hit stone, you stop because that belongs to the mountain. That's not yours. It's very like the mountain gives when it wants, but it's not yours to take.
The mountain is Mother Earth. Protect and respect Mother Earth.
Yeah. So like if the mountain lets you into its bosom because you find a cave that goes deep and can hold your whole clan, and you decide you're going to go deeper by chipping away at it with stone and iron, you are disrespectful and greedy. Margul tribes have they're tribes. They don't tend to have all the same beliefs, but that one's pretty strong among like a good number of them. So typically what they're talking about is either going to be the more civilized people like the hobgoblins or the goblins that will like carve something out, specifically hobgoblins. Definitely more hobgoblins than goblins because goblins are still fairly tribal, but hobgoblins tend to like build citadels and they build it out of like worked stone and iron and steel. So like doing that, they are desecrating the mountain. They are stone thieves. Anybody who mines is a stone thief. Anyone who comes in and cracks things out of the rock is a stone thief. If you go in and you find a geode, you're fine. Like, the mountain gave that to you. If you go in and you rip it out of the wall, you're a stone thief.
Okay.
Dandrin feels personally attacked.
Cherrun relays this information and then says, Kentucky must treat. Let's go.
Ringer arrives with what's left of Delian.
Is he dead?
No, he's not dead. He got... basically, it blew completely through his subdual damage and into hit points. He took a hefty hit.
Is he dead? No.
I don't know what to do. I think my friend is dead. What do I do? Well, first make sure he's dead. Okay, now what?
Oh no.
I
I pull out the halberd, coup de grace.
have notes on the strong children of stone. Yay. Okay. I need to make some rolls. Because if everybody's stable, Cherrun can just kind of pump out salves and get everybody back up to fighting.
How many salves can you pump out per person?
So per person is hit the feature.
I believe, isn't it like it's intelligence bonus per person per day?
It's silly broken, yes. It's Sal's. Okay. Attempt.
You
You
can
can only
only
attempt to heal a particular creature with this ability a number of times per day equal to half the number of ranks you have in the craft alchemy skill. So 1 plus your practitioner modifier, so 5.
Okay, so instead of rolling to make the salves, which I assume you will, why
Yes.
don't you roll to see how many it takes to heal people?
So that'll just be a couple rolls.
Yeah,
1d8 plus the mod.
because I think, like, Ringer, are you even hurt?
Nope, didn't hit me.
Yeah, I missed Ringer like twice. Dandarin, did you get hurt?
I did.
So like
I did.
roll d8s until Dandarin's done, and we'll know that that's how many times you have.
So this can be done on the road, and
Yeah.
I've only done 2, so I still need to heal Boreen,
Bowing.
Bowing. God dang, I'm terrible with names. Bowing and Dillian.
Dillian.
Dillian. God dang, I'm terrible with names.
That name changes based on whoever he's talking to.
Yeah, like he tells people the name incorrectly, and then when they say it incorrectly, he goes, "No, that's fine."
But yeah, so those are the people that I have to heal. So I'm just gonna do a couple of rolls here.
Yeah, and basically see if like they get healed before you cap out on tries.
I also have to heal myself, but that doesn't. Dandarin heal 6.
Go on.
Go on. We're
You're-
waiting.
You're very, very, very talkative. Heal 10. Okay, I think you're good.
Go on.
Excuse me? Do you,
It is made
do
of
you-
meat.
do you really need me
No,
to go
no.
on?
All right. So it's 9:30. Assuming that we're gonna play until 11. I think we should probably take a break. So let's take a break and come back in 10 minutes. All right. And I'm gonna mute my mic and run upstairs real quick.
Grr.
I'm gonna get a drink of water.
You do that. You do that.
You know what? Same.
Hey Noah. He's not back yet.
I am here.
Oh, hey Eric.
Well, hey, fella.
So
I have
I was gonna ask Noah when he got back.
I am back.
Oh, hey Noah.
No, Noah. It's your time now. You had your chance. It's my time to talk.
Eric, I love you, but
I was gonna ask if you were okay with me jumping in like that.
Yeah,
When you were.
yeah.
Yeah, because like normally I like to let people just go off, especially if you've got some kind of plan, like it seemed like you did. But I was also like, if I do, he's gonna try the talkie again, and I'm
Yeah,
so much better at the
exactly.
talkie.
In that situation, Shrewd had like already failed at the diplomacy, so it made sense for you to kind of jump in and be like, "Hang on, Shrewd, let me talk."
Yeah.
Like that made perfect sense.
Cool.
I at that point though is like, okay, well if he's gonna do the talking, I'm probably more versed at or in goblin culture than he is, so I can try to give him information
Yeah.
to help with that role, even though I know it's already a pretty good role for you. Like you had a +9, a +8, and a +2, and you still rolled a 25. That means you rolled
A
like
6.
what, a 6?
Uh-huh.
So it's like
I mean, it could have been real good though, right?
it could have been phenomenal, but like at that point, it's like, okay, well, if Lumio's going to do the talking, Sharut can kind of provide
Yeah.
context because he's going to be better at that.
Mhm.
Even though I can diplomatize, I'm not great at it. So something I have to.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. If you're cool with that, then that's how I'll do that. Or try to broach that going forward. So that, I don't want to, especially when you're getting into a thing. I want you to be rewarded for that, but it's not necessarily.
No, I hear you. I
Yeah.
hear you. In this specific case, like as I said, it made sense for Lumio to hop in because he'd already witnessed Sharut just kind of
Mhm.
fail gloriously at trying to diplomatize.
Yeah.
But I
And
think
I
that's
assume you're talking about last week.
yes,
Where you
that's what I'm talking
dropped
about.
us in the fight. Cool. Okay.
Exactly. That's something I'm not good at diplomacy as a player.
Mhm.
It's something that I have to work on, and I think
I
that's
get you.
going to be something that Sharut actually gets better at because he does have a decent diplomacy skill since
Nice.
he uses his intelligence as his diplomacy stat instead of his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I smarted to the guy. I smarted to him real hard, and he still locked me in that locker.
Yeah. You figured people would understand smart.
Yeah.
But no, they
What a
just yell at
jerk.
it. Get scared.
Well, anyways, that's why I'm a communist.
Again, Mike, no one asked. Uh,
Honestly,
mean-
I'm just more surprised that Cherrun was just frickin' crushing it at that combat.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
doing like Rainier levels of damage over there.
Because so some of that was because of Lumio.
mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Because I got a +2 from
Delicious.
his, and then some of that was because of Dandarin, because he gave me a +2 from shining my weapon. So it's just like, okay, I'll take an extra 4 damage. I make 2 attacks in a turn, so if I hit 1, that's an extra guaranteed 4 damage. That's fantastic.
You're right. I was thinking about it for a minute, and you're right.
Buffs are not.
I'm having an ice cream bar from Whitby Island.
Damn it! I
A
don't
Whitby Island ice cream. Man, real
That's real nice.
good.
You son of a bitch.
This is now an ice cream ASMR stream.
Son of a bitch. Give me some ice cream. One more bite.
I just need a little bit of ice cream.
It's the Mad God has spoken. Bitch, you look like a goblin. Well, I know what I'm buying for groceries tomorrow.
Food.
Oh yeah, and ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We're just sit down.
Probably for the best.
That's just life advice.
Yeah, unless you want to, do what might actually be a federal crime and manipulate the stock market, like some of them were doing today.
Oh, with GameStop?
Yeah.
They've been doing that for like a week, I think. Weird.
Yeah, Wall Street actually shut down the trading of GameStop today because it was rising so high that they were like, nah, this is volatile. So, all right. Can everybody hear that hiss?
Yep.
Yep. And that was better. It's better. That whatever happened there, better.
And now it's gone completely?
I don't hear it.
So weird. I wish I knew what the fuck caused that. So, you're back. Noah, you're back. Justin, are you back? No, Justin.
I like how Justin's back, but he's just not talking to us.
I said that I was back.
I think you said it so quietly that we did not hear you. Eric, are you back?
I've been back eating my ice cream bar.
I never left.
That's my secret.
Yeah. Dude, the other night, I was like, we made some food on like Monday. It's enough for like the whole week.
Mm-hmm.
I can just, like grab some enchiladas one day, grab some tetrazzini the next day. Sort of standard things. Like that's kind of what we do is like cook everything on one day and just eat it for the rest of the week. And we're sitting there and like Danielle's like, I kind of want like ice cream with like cake bits on it. And I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty good. And then we don't talk about it anymore. We're just like watching videos and stuff on the television. Because my television has YouTube, and that is the worst waste of time. Like, we spend hours on that. Don't do that. But anyway, it's like 90 minutes later, and she goes, "You want to go get ice cream?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like that just sounds amazing. So, and then we got ice cream, and she got hers with cake, and I got mine with everything else. Because
It's a good combo. I
Because
like that combo.
for me, if you go to Cold Stone, you don't really give a shit about the ice cream. The ice cream is the conveyance for all of the cookies.
Yeah.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
agree with
Yeah.
you.
A true man
That's
of
Cold
culture.
Stone.
Yes,
that
it's
is
like-
correct.
This ice cream, like, yes, it might be delicious. Like, oh my god, it's limoncello, or oh my god, it's cookies and cream, or whatever. I don't
But
give a shit. What that is supposed to do is carry all the Oreos, brownies, cookies, sprinkles, nuts, toffee, and almonds, and walnuts, and it's just carrying that to my face.
Look at all of the other things it can convey into my mouth. It can
Yeah.
stuff down my gullet.
Yeah.
Please
This is here to put
give them
that
to me.
beside me.
So yeah.
Real quick before we get back to game, I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, but on Netflix there's a show called The Great American Barbecue Showdown. It's amazing. I just needed to get that off my chest. Thank you.
No, but I'll watch it because I like. So here's the problem: is that I like barbecue shows, and there's no good barbecue places near here.
Yeah.
I have not seen it.
There are
but
so many barbecue places though, which is
There's a couple that are good, but they are few and far between, and they are not open right now because of course they're not.
Well, I mean, if if I have to go there and get it and take it home and eat, that's fine. I'm willing to do that. It's just that every barbecue place I've been to here is kind of like average, maybe slightly above average.
There's
Like,
nothing
it's
great.
it's weird when I feel like I got better ribs at a Ruby Tuesdays in Colorado Springs than I can get at some of the barbecue places here.
I'm not going to tell you you're wrong.
Yeah, there is one that
Saddest thing I've ever heard you say.
yeah, I like barbecue mainly because I really like eating ribs. And
the fact that you ate at a Ruby Tuesdays in Colorado.
hey, fuck you. Don't talk about food like you're a man of culture.
I mean, that's true. I'm a goblin.
Yeah.
Hey,
You're like these goblins that
not-
are apparently
you're not the
flying
little
25
goblins.
feet.
I'm not belittling goblins. Goblins are great.
So
What are you doing? Goblins are little.
there was a place that was by the club, like it was by the Jack in the Box, and I was like, oh man, I can go there. And I went there once, and their food was really good, and they closed in November.
Aw.
And it's like, God, fuck you, COVID.
I do want to hop on Andy's statement and say that I watched like a season of Hell's Kitchen with my family.
Mm-hmm.
Good God, is that show entertaining?
Yeah.
Like,
How many times did he call somebody a donkey?
I think it was
Not
like,
enough.
We were on season 5.
It was a lot, but
or
it wasn't
season
enough.
6. It was a couple times, but definitely not enough.
Yeah.
Like he did kick somebody like out of the kitchen during a serve.
Oh,
though,
he
and that
does.
was like
He does that all the time.
that was like holy shit.
Did
dude.
you watch the whole season?
Yes, but this was after they got the black jackets.
Oh,
Like the dude had made it that far, and then he got kicked out.
yeah. If you make it so far that you get a black jacket and then you get kicked out, like, I'm not saying that it's not the job for you, but being in a restaurant that's that stressful probably isn't for you because if you ever watch The F Word, which is his British show, the sort of stress that they're under in Hell's Kitchen is kind of the stress that chefs are actually under in like Michelin star restaurants. Like everything has to be perfect because if it's not, you didn't just fuck up that order. You fucked up every other order that's on the docket behind it. Like everything's going long, everything's slowing down, and it's all because of you because you don't know how to make a goddamn risotto. And it's like
That's why I just left risotto off the menu.
Now I feel bad that I don't know how to make a goddamn.
you put rice in broth and then stir a lot.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, it's not that bad.
If you want to know how to make risotto, get a lot of broth, get a lot of rice, make it 30 times, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things where people go like, I really want to know how to make the perfect fried egg. All right, go buy like 3 dozen eggs and then make fried eggs and just keep doing it. And you'll get to the point where your fried eggs don't suck.
Just keep cooking. Just keep cooking.
Yeah.
Do.
I don't know.
Speaking of
thinking about
small,
it, I know
round
people-
things that suck, Cherrun, what are you doing?
Oh.
You know, I'm pretty
Shot
sure
fired.
that was. Hey, you missed.
I don't know. I didn't say it wasn't when you were sleeping.
You know what? The fun fact is, you also missed my flat-footed AC.
That's funny because it was damage.
He's attacking back.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
Ha!
God.
jeez. Look at that wasted critical. That's the thing of
Yeah,
that's the
a
thing.
little upsetting.
That's the thing of beauty right there. I love that. Look
I'm
at
sure you're talking to somebody else who's useless, because Cherrun was not useless whatsoever.
it. Yeah, Cherrun killed a guy.
Cherrun killed 3 guys.
He
4
wasn't even
guys.
fighting us.
3 guys.
That
extra
that
one
bugbear
was
was
for
just
fun.
waiting in a bush.
Quick, Zeract, Sharut, they're running away. Their backs are turned. Now's your chance.
So anyway, you apply some salves to some people. It's enough to sort of like get them up a little bit, get them moving. Those that you can't apply the salves to, everybody carries back to the wagons, and the lot of
Just
you.
works on them from there.
The lot of you get back to the wagons, where Imandu is standing in the front. Basically, like he's got his bow out, and he's just kind of watching, like shaking his head. Like as you guys are walking up, you can see that you know, he's got his head bowed, so all you can sort of see is like the top of the cowboy hat, and he's just like, or sorry, that's Cordat. Cordat is the one in the hat shaking his head. Amandu is just waiting at the wagon, and looks like he is ready to turn around and bolt at any minute. And Dandarin, as you walk back, he says, "What?
Yep.
What? Are they going to let us? Are we allowed to pass? Can we go? Are we?"
Yes, we're allowed to pass.
We fought them into
Showed them
agreeing.
it's not worth their times. We showed them it wasn't worth it.
We are ghosts and we're haunting you.
That's not funny.
It's kind of funny.
Second wife haunted me for a full moon once.
Butt of many jokes there.
Yeah. So you guys are able to kind of get back in the wagon. There's not a lot of space to sort of lay down in the wagon, but you're able to kind of sit, Bowing and Corley there while Cherrun like works on his salves, and Forsend looks at them and then looks at Zeract and looks at them and looks at Zeract, and everybody gets a sense motive check at a +20.
All right.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
Zeract rolled a 1.
How did I get? I'm so confused.
You're getting Zeract. You're getting that look of, while she doesn't necessarily blame you, somehow it's still your fault.
This is what they were hired for. There's no shame.
On Zarac's part?
Correct.
For the moment, because Cherrun is kind of in the wagon tending to them, you're gonna have to basically walk with or behind the wagon or ride with Dandarin up front.
That's fine.
I'm sorry, talking to Justin. Zeract will have to do that because there's not space otherwise.
Zeract will ride up front.
Cool.
Hello, Zeract. Fancy seeing you here.
Is what is it?
Oh, I brought that ram. Why did I bring that ram? Delete that.
He's my friend now.
We're taking one of the goats. It's dinner.
Forsind. There's an N before that H. It's throwing me off.
Basically, put like a really quick ne at the end, so it's like Forsidna.
Forsidna. Okay. Is she kind of like
Sigma.
staring? Don't do that. Is she like staring at essentially? Are these her sisters as Cherrun works?
She is doing what she can to now that she is essentially the only one on duty to guard the wagon and Zeract. So it's basically she is probably standing on this side. She's not. They're her cousins. She's not staring at her cousins. When you start working on them, she'll say a very, very quiet like, "Thank you for attending to them, Doctor." And then she just moves so that she's walking next to the wagon by Zeract, who's riding up front. Otherwise, the other guys are in the back, though they do. For the other wagon, Delian and Gever are in the back, but Amandu does sort of offer them some potion that Ashless helps them to drink down. But they're sort of sprawled out in there in the very little room that's available in his wagon. So Exile, for the first time, has to walk beside the wagon. It's a rough life.
Does not help his relationship.
Yeah, he blames Dillian for losing his seat. But cool. You
Assuming
guys...
that he is living it, commenting on how he's in the cart and Exile is not.
No, most of what Dillian's saying is because he got hit real hard. But yeah, and the lot of you can continue if you would like. You can just sort of mosey along.
Mosey so hard.
Rich, where'd it come from?
That bridge wasn't here before. Hold on. I don't like the looks of it.
That river wasn't here before. Hold on.
Quick check under the bridge.
He's just got really bad situational awareness.
It's just
Like,
give us a wagon. Okay. And as you guys keep going, to Let's see who has the potential to see this thing. Oh, to everybody that's not Cherrun, can you please give me a perception check? Dandarin, you get a +2 to this perception check.
Oh,
It's unusual stonework.
Bridge.
god damn it!
You rolled a 20, and still you. get
Everyone
beat.
else rolled better than me.
He got
Leo
so
showed, like, hey, what's? Everyone's like, yeah, we see it.
He got so excited too.
Yeah.
So there was a thing that was gonna happen if you guys were just like, fuck it, we're gonna gun it. And you guys all realize it because you see these like these sort of like small cords. And they're kind of like, some of them are around the tree, and then they're sort of going down and looped into these little things that look kind of like vials that are in the rock, in like all along here and all along here. And you realize that what would have happened is probably some sort of like, not quite like an avalanche, but a shifting of the barriers to try to block the road. So like if you tried to gun it, they would have tried to block the road by like blowing this, and then attacked you from behind.
Files.
You see nothing,
Yes, I know.
but I believe everybody else made this perception check.
That unusual stonework.
Yeah, Danarin's like, hold on a minute. I think that... And Lumio goes, I see this! And Ringer's like, hey, look, it's an explosive. And then Zurak's like, there's more over there. Like, you all see it perfectly.
It's clear as day. They really got to work on their subterfuge here.
Yeah.
Picks his,
camouflage
peeks
skills
his
are
head out of
terrible.
the back of the carriage.
Here's
Explosives.
how I was going to do it, so that you guys know. I was literally just going to grab this tile and go, yep.
Oh, neat.
I make a handle check to, bust out and go.
Don't make a hint.
Deja vu.
Don't make a hint.
The deja vu sold it so
Eric.
hard, Eric.
Deja vu.
Yeah. The handle check is
Doggies.
always... It's always worked for you before. I don't know why you're not making a handle check right now.
3 nat 20s in a row and a fucking handle check for me.
So yeah, all four of you see that, and yeah. So just moseying along, I take it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So you guys continue to mosey, and then you're kind of there's a loading screen, and then you're back on the world map.
Great.
And you know that you're just a few hours from the town of Cherrun, which is a pretty small town. It's where like Starlasker is. It's like 15 to 20 times the size of New Seer. New Seer is like 15 to 20 times the size of Cherrun. It's only really notable because of the fact that it's a day away from Jagger's Knack, and they were smart enough to build an inn, so sometimes people stay there. Yeah, we will activate that one. So yeah, you all come to the lovely town of Cherrun. You guys are coming from this direction over here. Yeah, it's by the time you get there, with the sort of like the delay of trying to talk to
Kill
and then
bugbears.
fight off and then heal from the bugbears, it's about 6:30 ish at night. It's already mostly dark. Like you're still in that sort of twilight period, but it's there's not much twilight. It's mostly dark at this point. And yeah. So is there anything specific that anyone would like to do in Cherrun?
I have something.
Sure. What would you like to do?
Assuming everybody is healed up, Cherrun would like to, the townsfolk Cherrun, or kind of do something to see if they've also experienced bugbear raid. Maybe not specifically from the strong children of stone, but and find out if there are this town as well,
Okay.
or it's just people coming.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so you're gonna go doing that. Justin, are you doing anything of note?
Nope, I think I'm good.
Okay. Cool. So you're hanging out, I'd assume, like, probably in the inn being this building right there. Cool. Ringer, are you doing anything of note?
Probably not.
All right. So I assume you're just being a homebody in the inn. Lumio.
Sorry, I take that back. I'll probably be hanging out with the half-orc girl with double X.
Oh, Zinna?
I forgot her name.
Yeah. Zinna is more than happy to hang out with whoever wants to hang around her, honestly. Actually, why am I doing it this way? I will just drag them from the other map. It's much. So you're hanging out with Zinna. Dandarin, are you doing anything of note?
I'll hang out in the inn for a little bit and then probably head to bed.
Okay. And Lumio.
Lumio wants to hear about or wants to ask the patrons of the bar about far off places they've visited, and also have some kind of event happen where he remembers that he's a wild magic sorcerer, and we haven't been doing that whenever he does spell points.
We completely have not been remembering that at all.
Yeah.
We should. We'll remember that from now on, is what we say at this point.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Said like a liar.
You guys are liars. You're lying liars. Nah, he's got us.
Saw through that one, did you?
All right.
Why are you going to call us out like that in front of the kids?
Mike and Zinna are going to go over there. Amandu and Gever and
I am a lion that is also a liar.
And then
Double threat.
we got Cherrun doing his own thing about town. So for Zeract and for Dandarin, the inn is the inn is pretty nice for a small town. Sort of stone foundation, actually has 2 stories, has a place out back for horses and wagons. They have, like, the common room where people eat and drink, and then there's, at night, the common room turns into a place where people sleep. But if you want your own rooms, they got 4 of them up top. And Dandarin, as you're pulling in, you know that Amandu tends to rent the solo rooms for his people. But if you wanted to, not fully, treat the horses at this point and go in and grab the rooms and then come back out, you could totally do that.
I could dick move him.
You completely could. Zeract, if you wanted to, you could do that as well.
The question is, how do I think he'll take that?
I don't know.
Should I make a sense motive check of some kind?
Sure. Give me a sense motive check.
All right.
I mean, you could also discuss it with him at the last rest point before you guys get into town.
I suppose, but Lumio, I don't have 4 hours for a story.
Well, I've
Nope, I have no idea.
He
I'm sure
might.
he'll be fine with it.
I mean, you don't have to read on this guy because every conversation you have with him takes 3 times longer than normal.
They're very enjoyable.
Well, I guess I'll just go take the rooms anyway then.
All right. The rooms are the private ones are 2 gold a night, and that includes breakfast in the morning. The common rooms are a bed is going to cost you 5 copper and includes nothing but that cot, and that's it. They don't give you blankets. They don't give you nothing. You get that cot, and then everything
Quite
else.
the price difference.
Well, that's because there's things like a bed and blankets and a pillow and all of that stuff.
Well,
breakfast.
When you put it that way, I guess I'll buy all 4 of the rooms.
Okay. Cool. So you do that. Lumio,
Yes.
give me a diplomacy check.
Sure.
To try to get someone to sort of break out and tell you a proper tale, son. You appear to be some sort of wagon, but it's fine.
I've done this before.
This happens to lots of men your age.
It's not. I'm not war crimes wagon. Just a regular wagon.
Wait, they both have the thing now. I don't even know. Yeah, you find someone who goes, well, I ain't really ever been much out of Cherrun, really. Most people around here ain't been much out of Cherrun. It's a good town, provides pretty well for us. The only one really who has is the wise one, and but they'd be. Well, I think you could probably get them to talk to you. And he goes, but I hear stories from people that pass through. I could tell you some of their stories, but it's all going to be secondhand. That sort of stuff is mostly hearsay.
True.
So, I mean, I'd be tacking on and filling in whatever blanks of places that I ain't never been to, because I've only ever really been in Cherrun.
What's the drink that has in front of him? The cost of it. I don't really know what he's drinking.
He would just have like an ale or a beer, and
yeah.
The
So like
cost,
a copper or
yeah,
two
the cost
copper.
of it would be like 2-3 copper. Let's say 2.
Yeah. So yeah, I say if you could point me in the direction of the wise one, and I put the 2 copper on the table, I will save you the trouble of making up details about things you half remember and could be attributed to anyone.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. And he's definitely not going to turn down the coins. He's going to very quickly take the 2 copper and slide it over. And he says, if you go out, and go out the front door, sort of across from the well, you'll see a big house with blue sidings and blue shutters on the windows. It's about as tall as the inn, but smaller because it's a house and not an inn. And that's the one that you're looking for. That's where he is most of the time. He's running his shop out of there. So yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to see if he's up for some conversation.
He talks a lot, so you'll probably be getting what you want from there. If what you're looking after is some old man who, wants to remember at you.
I pause before leaving the table, and I point out Edmondu or Imandu, and say, avoid him if you value your ears. And I walk to the walk out.
And Imandu has been
Casual advice.
complaining to the innkeeper about the lack of private rooms for the last 20 minutes. Cool. So you head out to Monjo Sharuts. You were going to go and basically try to rumor monger a little bit. It sounded like. Are you asking anyone in particular, or are you just asking the people that you see? Have you seen bugbears? You there, boy? What day is it today?
Christmas?
Buy me the Christmas goose.
Oh my God! It's a goblin.
He would probably start at the inn, or if this town has one, tavern. Probably a tavern if it's not separate.
Yeah, you're able to find a tavern that's separate from the inn. It looks like the inn is sort of where the outsiders mostly hang out.
Yeah, he's looking for the locals.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find a small little tavern right there. And it's pretty quaint.
Double says a blacksmith, it looks like.
A blacksmith, you say?
You can it looks like this is, I'm gonna put it, this is less a tavern and more that whoever owns those blacksmithing tools makes stills and then uses those.
Yeah.
And so it's half house and then half workshop / distillery. But yeah, by the time you guys come in, there's a handful of locals in there, about 10, 12 or so.
Cherrun mutters to himself in Goblin, looks like right some, and walks up and immediately orders a drink, or sitting next to somebody in an occupied seat, and just takes a huge swig, sets it down.
Awesome. It is, I mean, it's basically like not quite moonshine, but not far from that. It's basically slightly sweeter moonshine. It's like instead of it just being like, eye-watering, somebody put a couple of apples in the mash to like liven it up a little bit.
So it's a little sweeter than just burn.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. It's still better than those fucking spice pies.
Is this a spice pie? That's clearly liquor. Can never be too careful.
It's essentially like he has his lowest of what they could provide. It's like, why do they eat?
Yeah.
I think you can go for a spice pie right about now.
Oh, free
So-
spice pie.
I guess he would say, Cherrun, pardon, have questions, if you would mind answering to those he's sitting next. And then he takes another small swig of
And give me a diplomacy check with a -2 to your check.
like goblin.
It's not so much goblin as obvious outsider.
Look at you,
Yes.
obvious outsider.
Okay, you're sitting next to somebody who is basically still wearing his barn clothes. So he's got essentially like overalls with a thick shirt underneath them, and then kind of an open jacket over that. He's got a straw hat on the table in front of them because you don't wear hats inside. And he's got a piece of wheat behind his ear that keeps going to his mouth and then going back to his ear and going to his mouth and going back to his ear. Basically, if he's not drinking or smoking, he's chewing on the piece of wheat. So there's a lot of like shuffling going on.
So, seeing that his hat is also on the table, before he speaks, Cherrun takes off his hat.
Okay. And yeah, you're seeing that from most of the guys who will like walk in here, because they'll walk in and then they'll take it off and put it on the table in front of them or the bar in front of them, and then they just kind of like put it on right before they step outside. So yeah, you ask the guy and he goes, okay, you got questions about what now?
Cherrun had displeasure, bugbear, outside of town, wondering or any of your towns run into similar circumstances.
No, I heard that there was some big furry goblins up out on the road, but we don't really get them in town. I don't really think anybody'd be stupid enough to attack the town. You raise the whole town up against you. We all got, axes and saws and pitchforks and the like. I'm not saying we're an army or nothing, but we could pretty quickly put together some sort of let's go with mob.
I was gonna go with militia, but it's on my word of the day calendar.
That's
But,
literally the word I was just about to use, Andy.
But Denson over at the tavern, he said that some of the traders that was coming through, going down to Korenberg, they mentioned hearing stuff about raids on the road picking up a little bit, from the north around Exiled. It's a whole town of criminals, so of course it's picking up a little bit in Exile because, what would you expect? Those people from Exile, they don't respect nothing. And, from the south, you got those damn Cherruns. Of course, they're going to be raiding everywhere. They're like barely people. They don't have nothing of their own. So, roads are pretty dangerous, goblin or not.
Cherrun ponders for a second, takes a drink. He's trying to decide whether or not he wants to comment on that Cherrun part, but at the same time, I think he thinks it's like he's only been there for a couple months. He doesn't know the Cherruns, even though he's and then he responds, "So harvests an attack of crops, just traveling, coming north, south."
We don't much ship, and
Nope.
we don't need much from outside. So anything happening on the road, it ain't happening to here. It ain't happening to us. Our
Sure.
stock, our grain that we grow, our livestock, that's for us.
Cherrun downs the rest of
And dies.
puts it on
He's
the
a
table.
3-foot man drinking straight moonshine.
Puts it on the table and looks, says, "Sure could have guessed, but name Cherrun. What is your name?" And he kind of like outstretches his hand to kind of like shake, I guess. I'm not sure if that's
He reaches a hand out and grabs your hand in this like big, like farmer strength mitt, where he's not trying to like squeeze the bones or anything. It's just a strong handshake. And he goes, Vorge Genderton, Jr. Most around here call me either Vorgy or Junior. Your choice, really. I'd answer to both.
Genitive called. Oh well, you can call him Vorgy
Yeah, or Junior.
or June. I like Vorgy.
I like 5G.
Pleasure, Vorgy.
Yeah, I ain't really seen many of your kind around here. Nice to meet you too, Cherrun.
Cherrun will likely through town again next months. Before he like finishes his statement, he'll purchase a round for both him and 4G. Or sorry, 4G.
Okay.
And he'll say, 4G could Cherrun favor most appreciate.
Well, I mean, sure. What's your favor there, Cherrun?
Or how ambushed by it's also strange about her.
That's not really information I have on me. Like I said, I don't really talk much to those people, but I mean, I can ask around, but you could do just as well asking around at the inn. That's where you're likely to find it. This is all locals. Guys like us, we don't leave town much. Not unless we're going to our own fields.
Cherrun understand, but Cherrun not departing.
Ah.
Just like to know frequency of it possible direction. I know, but since
Sure.
you're here in proximity, in better position.
Sure.
And then, how much are the drinks?
They don't seem to really be charging.
Okay. Cherrun will slide 5 silver over to the man. He's a farmer.
Yeah.
And he'll do it stealthily.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll that?
No.
Um,
And he goes, I got a question for you, Cherrun. You got I saw sort of your wagons coming in right as I was coming into town. I mean, I didn't realize y'all was all goblins. You coming from Dargon or something?
no. Convoy.
Anybody we should be aware of? Anyone dangerous? People we should maybe watch out for?
You? True, like, he had to think of it for a second, but, like, when he thought of it, his answer was very, very clear.
Okay. He has essentially, I have rolled almost as good a diplomacy on you as you have rolled on me. So
I mean, because, like, I don't think there's any he'd have to watch out for.
okay, and that's fair.
He doesn't.
If that's what you think.
He doesn't know about Dillian, because the only person Zaract told was
Dandrin.
Yeah.
And then immediately became happy and probably forgave him.
Exactly. So, like, to Cherrun's knowledge, there's nobody in that caravan that he has to worry about.
Sounds good. And he goes, all right, well, that's good. You got anybody from, like, faraway places there? There was a wagon from, God, what's that gnome city? It's like Coranberg? Came through like a month ago, and we're like, man, you guys came from a whole nother country with a wagon. But then one of the guys on the wagon said he was from some place called the Principalities. That's like, if you were to start walking, you might make it to these little islands in like 3 or 4 months. He said you would have to go basically, through Brayland, through the Mornland, through Talenta, through the Mrorholds, and then to the coast before you got to the place that you could see his island from. You got people like that? Like anybody with a good story, like, Ondare, Thrain, Eldine,
Perhaps Dander.
Oh. What's
From mountains of dwarves.
and Mrorholds, huh? I've talked to a couple of them. Their stories are usually the same. It's a lot of like, my family, my honor, my family's honor, my honorable family. Kind of the same song and dance.
Their honor strange, if asked Cherrun. Yes, tend to be stolen.
Well, I mean, of course, their honor's strange. That's the thing about outsiders. They're never really what you want them to be.
Cherrun, Dandrin, I believe farthest.
maybe I'll stop by and I'll talk to this Dandarin and get a story or two. But maybe not. It's already getting kind of late, and I gotta get up with the Cox tomorrow and make sure that the fields are doing okay. So maybe not.
We'll say very talented smith.
Cool. Was there anything else that you were doing here?
No. I think he just wants to set up this contact here. Just kind of see if he can't get this hit on the way back.
Cool. All right. So then you head out.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Shrewd leaves. Camera pans across the room. Shows Vorji for a second, and a couple guys look at him, and he sort of tilts his head a little bit. Two guys get up and walk outside. Ringer. After the wagons have stopped and people have kind of relieved themselves, gotten a drink, you said you wanted to talk to Zinna?
Yeah, I just figured hang out.
Okay.
Like,
Zinna's extremely friendly and generally open to talk about nothing, but it's always usually a fun conversation, unlike people like Amandu, who takes too long to get to no point. When you start talking to her, she tells you well, see, half my family's from the Marches, and then the other half of my family, they're essentially from Dargoon, but sort of the kind of the southern tip, and not technically Dargoon. They're from Southern Seer, which doesn't exist anymore. So I've basically been bouncing back and forth my whole life. You go to Seer, and then you have to go visit your uncles in the Marches, and then you have to come back for your 13th birthday celebration because that's a tradition. And then you have to go help out your aunt because your uncle got sick. And then you have to come back and do this. And so she's fairly worldly for someone who's about Ringer's age, but mostly worldly in the areas of Dargoon, Braylon, Droam, and the Shadow Marches. She's been all along that line a lot.
Neat. He was just kind of expecting, let's have some good dumb fun, and instead it's just wildly interesting.
So yeah, she's down for her pack, her duffel that she carries with her is for the most part about 50% food, and the other 50% are things to keep her entertained. So there's dice and cards and a game where you put this peg with basically it's like a peg with a hoop on it, and then you see if you can throw things through the hoop from farther and farther away. Usually she's going to suggest what makes this one really good is when you start just jamming the peg into other stuff, and every time you make it through, well, you made it through, so now you're winning, so you get to take a celebratory drink. And then you start to win less, and it makes things fair.
Yeah, no, we should. That sounds like something we should do.
So, yeah, so the two of you do a lot of we're going to jam it into the wall over here, and into the tree right here, and let's see if we can jam it into the back of the wagon, and then climb the tree, and then throw a rock through the hoop from over there. And you're just playing hoop ring, but apparently she plays it like the Shadow Marches style, which is this is partially an acrobatic game.
Neat.
So it's playing horse, but also playing darts.
That sounds cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything specific that you're looking to get out of her conversation wise, or is it mostly just Ringer's hanging out because the last day was pretty stressful?
Ringer's hanging out. Last day was pretty stressful. He'll warn her about mushrooms. She will not understand.
No, not at all. She'll be like, "Oh yeah, my family. Well, about a quarter of the half of the family that lives in the Shadow Marches are they're mushroom farmers, because some of the mushrooms there grow pretty big. It's the Marches. It's pretty wet, so you find a lot of the farming is rice, but a lot of the farming is also going to be things like algae, seaweed, that sort of stuff." And she says, honestly, the big thing about the mushrooms is that half of them are going to be the best thing that you've ever eaten. Just amazing, incredible. Sautéed, you can use them as a replacement for bread, for meat, whatever. The other half are just incredibly poisonous and probably going to kill you right away.
All the more reason never to touch them, unless they're spice shrooms, in which case, they'll just burn whatever's in that out of you.
Spice room pie. Cherruns. I don't understand how you do it.
You just kind of accept that your taste buds no longer matter.
Yeah, but it's that's such a weird way to look at that. So you decide I'm gonna eat this to punish me.
I mean, it's not a punishment. It's
Screw you, mouth. You had this coming.
You know what you did.
I mean, when your mouth does something that gets you in trouble, that's when it knows what it did.
Using those words to insult people.
Yeah, I guess Cherruns are weird, you know? Like, everybody when they talk about Cyr is like, oh, it was so artistic. It was the center of the empire. It was the jewel of Galifar. And then what survived is mostly like, we like to eat spice room pie. We like to eat dessert that is painful. Our beer is questionable at best because we've only made wine, and those wine fields are now probably covered in like ooze or something. We used to have this whole place that we thought was ours, but realistically it belonged to like the halflings and the elves the whole time, and the halflings don't even really want it because the halflings don't really believe in, owning things. So it was the jewel of the empire, or the jewel of Galifar, and it's the weirdest part of that is we're gonna eat dessert that hates us.
Well, now I'm sad and want spice shroom pie even more.
I don't have that. I've got a lot of jerky.
Well, I guess that'll work.
All right, do you want bacon jerky, chicken jerky? And yeah, you guys eat, drink, play some like hoopstone.
Just generally make trouble for everyone around us.
Yeah, pretty much. Lumio,
Yes.
you were going to the Wise House.
Mhm.
When you go up, the thing that you see about this house that you would recognize from like storefronts in Metrol or in bigger cities is that there's actually a sign that says "open" on the front. Like this is a store.
Or a store that has hours.
Or a store that has hours. But yeah, there's a sign that says that this place is open. So yeah, you head in.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So when you head in, it's just like it's an as well organized as it can be, very chaotic sort of like picture like one of those antique stores where like the owner of the antique store probably should stop buying antiques.
Oh, you mean so every antique store?
Yeah, so basically all antique stores.
Okay.
Except instead of it being antiques, it's like trinkets, like magical trinkets. You're seeing like potions, you're seeing robes and scrolls and bits of armor and boots and belts and belt buckles and buckles and buttons and badges and there's brooches and amulets and there's all kinds of things in here, and it's loosely organized. It doesn't look as chaotic as it could. It also doesn't look as well organized as it could be. Yeah. When you enter, a little chime makes a noise by the door. It's just like a solid like doo sort of tone.
Okay.
And from the back you hear, Yeah, give me a moment. I'll be there in just a moment. And
Certainly. It'll allow me time to browse.
After you browse for about 90 seconds or so, this guy comes out wearing trousers that are very loose around the sort of like the thigh, very, very tight at the calf. And he's got some big boots on. He's got that like the frilly shirt, and then over the frilly shirt is the tight vest, and then over the tight vest is the open coat. And he's got hair that's very white and sort of coiffed up at the sides over the ears. and then also kind of coiffed up on the top of his head, which is pretty far back from his eyebrows. This guy is like, his hairdo is doing nothing for his bald spot. And yeah, it looks pretty old. Human, probably like 70s at least. And he comes out and he has a little cane that he walks with that is clearly a purely aesthetic thing because he only puts it down like every fourth or fifth step. And he goes, "Oh, it's one of you Warforged.
Indeed.
All right, this'll be weird. What can I do for you?"
Well, at the moment, the primary reason for my visit was to speak with you, honestly, and learn of your life in general. I am inquisitive as to the world at large, and you appear to be one who may have traveled and would be willing to give one's opinion of it. I then, however, discover the nature of your shop and find that your inventory is quite fascinating to me. I am a subject of learning to understand the magical properties of many things, including my own self, and find that there may be some items in here which are of use to me.
God, you could have started with like, "My name is Bill," but
I apologize. My name is Lumio. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, Lumio. My name is Curlet. I've been yes to, I think, your third question. I've traveled a fair amount. I was born in Cherrun. I left for a bit. I did some things and I came back. This is what I do now, and he kind of like waves a hand around the room and all the things, and he goes, and most of that is just selling trinkets that I find or that I found or that I made a long time back.
I see.
But
they are interesting. Did you say you make your own?
At times I tinker a bit. I do some things.
Hold on, I need to clear the static. All right.
Yeah, you say a prayer and twist a screw and add a couple crystals and hope everything goes right,
Fascinating.
Pay your dues, go to school, read your books, rote memorization, realize that the people that wrote the book with the rote memorization probably pretty boring and never actually did anything worthwhile other than that book. Everything they're doing is regurgitating an idea that someone else made. So you tinker around a bit, you experience some new stuff, you maybe lose a finger or two, and maybe you come out of it with something new. Who knows?
That has been my manner of experimentation thus far, and I'm glad to see that it has been working for others.
Well, I've been doing it probably a good deal longer than you have. So, I get by. You experiment enough, and eventually your experiments just turn into sort of the methods that you follow to get your work done.
Fascinating. Lumio has a think for a moment. I would best describe my ability at this moment as a bit of a sorcerer. Of low level. Would you... I didn't spell that right at all. Would you perhaps have any wares or tomes, books, manuals, which might help one such as I, who is green in the field, study to become more proficient?
Well, most of what I got is not going to be, Babby's first primer on alchemical treatises or, how to do your first augury or any of that. This is kind of a grab bag of things picked up over a lifetime of, travel and that sort of thing. So as far as what could help a sorcerer, you got a specialty that you're going for?
Currently, the ebb and flow of the battle is most intriguing to me, but I have been making some small explosions here and there.
Okay, some explosions. Explosions I could help out with things that are generally pretty temporary. They only cause so many explosions before the magic of the item is used. I got a necklace with one big bead left. If that's what you're looking for, it'll cost you a bit, but that's something we can look into. On top of that, as far as sort of dealing with an ebb and flow of a battle, I think you said you're a priest, huh? Don't really follow the host.
No, yes, no direct relation to the host.
It's probably for the best. They don't offer anything anyway. The host has nothing that you'll ever need. Just trust me on that one. So, I would think that maybe you can, so you're not a priest, you are a sorcerer. You any good at, well, maybe we'll tell. Let's see if this would work. And he goes back and he rummages around. You see him like pull a chest up and put it on the on a counter, and then he grabs something out of it, and it looks like it's clearly a wand, but it's crafted so that it basically loops in on itself over and over as it goes. So it almost looks like a chain that is just stuck in like wand shape.
Okay.
And he goes, okay, yeah, we can try this and see if you can, if you'll be able to do it. And if you can, I think this would help you with your whole, your ebb and flow problem. And if you can't, well, like I said, host doesn't have nothing for you. You'll prove me right. So why don't you give it a little swish, a little flick, mumble out some words we don't believe in, and let's see where we go.
I like this guy passively.
Give me a use magic device check, please.
It's +9.
Yep. That's
20.
enough. Holy shit. So the DC to activate a wand, by the way, is 20.
Neat.
And he goes, well, there you go. I feel downright fantastic. And you feel pretty good too.
Nice.
And he goes, yeah, I think that could be what you need. Help you out and be able to keep helping you out. Importantly, because that's what those do. Well crafted, well made, fine temple in Aundair, and they'll never even miss it.
So we got a bit of a found item here.
So what you have in your hand is an eternal wand of bless. Normal wands have 50 charges, and when you use those 50 charges, they're done. But you can use that as many times as you want, right? Like if you have a wand of fireball and it has 50 charges, you could just blast a battlefield with all 50 charges in the same day.
Mm-hmm.
Eternal wands work differently. They still have the one spell, but instead of having 50 charges, they have 2 charges per day.
Oh.
And the spell in this particular eternal wand is bless.
Very cool. Okay.
Bless, so that you know what it does in. I know you play 5e, but what it does in Pathfinder is it basically gives you a +1 to your morale save versus fear, and it gives you a +1 morale bonus to attack rolls. And it is a very large area. It's basically about the same area as your totem.
Nice. I can live with that.
It's centered on that.
Yeah, it's centered on you though. So you cast it on you. It affects everyone in that area, and then they're affected whether they move away from you or not. You don't have to concentrate on it or nothing.
That's real nice.
So he goes, that would probably be your best for the ebb and flow. If you're looking for the explosions, like I said, I got a necklace, still has one large bead on it. Very much pull, throw, hope for the best. Might get you out of a bind. Might also, explode if you're ever hit with a fireball. These are the risks.
Of course. Will you still? I assume that you'll still be here in the morning, given that your building appears to be very permanent.
Yeah.
I may return and purchase this.
Sure.
I need to mull it over.
Yeah, I usually get up pretty well after the farmers, but if the sign doesn't say open, just knock real loud, and well, I'll decide if I want your business.
Excellent. And then you said that you found it in, was it Ondair?
I think that one was on there. Yeah. Hold on, wait. Let me check it. And he'll take it and he looks at it and he goes, "Oh no. The on there one is similar. You know, it's the whole like the blessing binds us together thing. But this one has a Carlactin stamp on it. So this one was Karnath.
Oh. Could you tell me more about Karnath? Generals are fine. I haven't traveled much and like to hear others' perspectives of things.
Yeah. Karnath. Now, note, most of what I can tell you is probably going to be tainted with, well, having it been the last war and me being opposed to them while in their lands. But, you know, it's a rough place. Karnath isn't Brayland. It's not Seer back when Seer was Seer. It's definitely worse off. They don't have a lot of the amenities that other places have. The weather is rougher, the ground is less fertile, and that sort of thing breeds harder people. You know, people that are willing to make sacrifices, and you need those sorts of people. You need people. If you got a country and you don't got people that are willing to struggle for it, then I mean, you don't have much other than like a town. You got some people willing to actually put down the roots and dig at the rock and work and bargain and make sure that things run, then it's better. And the Karns, man, Karns are the toughest bastards you're ever gonna run into. They got their like their fancy accents and their fancy footwork with their fighting, but you know, you listen to some Karn sayings and they just tell you like, you know, you talk about how good your day is and they'll bring you right back down to the soil. You talk about how bad your day is and they bring you right back down to the soil. It's a rough place. They're rough people. But I would tell you that the best thing about Karns is that you tend to know exactly where you stand with them, because they don't have the tact to be subtle most of the time. You know, they're not some Ondarian diplomats or, you know, little Zilargo sneak thieves, Thrainish fops in their silver flame robes wasting your time. Khans will straight up walk up to you and go, "Hey, I dislike everything about you." And there's some things you gotta respect about that. But they might also walk up to you and go like, "Hey, you know, that thing that you said in that meeting, like that made sense and I like that about you." And you might have to respect that too. Few words, strong words, no tact. Oh, and zombies. There's zombies now.
Yeah.
That one's sort of a new development, but you know, we don't really let it bother us, you know. Karnath, they got zombies. Seer, Braylon, we got you guys. You know, it's 6 to 1, half dozen of the other.
Thank you. I will, if I ever go to that direction, I'll remember your words and treat them evenly as best I can.
Yeah.
It sounds like you think highly of them in your own way.
I like that they don't really BS much. I would advise, though, that you don't go there. They don't really...
I've also heard that directly from some Carnathians, so I will take that under advisement.
They don't cotton to your kind. It's just not something they do.
I am aware. There is much that I have to bear in that regard.
Well, yeah. If you ended up wanting the wand or the explosion bead, you come back tomorrow. Otherwise, it's been nice talking to you. This is my first real face-to-face with Warforged that you know, didn't have a sword arm and wasn't trying to kill me. So it's delightful seeing a nightmare up close and interacting with it. I'm sure this won't haunt my dreams. You have a great day.
I haven't been called a nightmare in some time. Brings back memories. Not desired ones, but memories nonetheless. You also have a wonderful evening.
And, yeah. And then when you go out, he, like, flips the sign to closed. And you hear the door lock behind you. So, for those in the bar, it's a very It seems to be a pretty raucous night. You're not the only trading wagon in town. It seems that there's another one that's coming from Starlasker and heading south on the road, basically going to hit a bunch of the little villages and outlying farms that you've been passing. Yeah, so like Zeract, since you're feeling like up and happy, yeah, you see that Gever is feeling sort of up and happy. Zinna and Ringer are already pretty sloshed, and yeah, so the people that sort of got beat the worst today in the fight are celebrating the whole like, hey, we didn't die. Yeah, and there's a not a ton of locals here, but there's a couple that are hanging out with people. Gever has got some local town girl on his lap who he's talking with. You see that Ashless is speaking to a couple, male and female, who look, based on how they're dressed, like they're pretty local. Amandu's talking to a couple of locals, but it's essentially, aside from those like 5-6 people, it's mostly the outsiders here. It's like this is the trading wagon, or the trading inn. So yeah, so just to check in real quick with Zeract and Dandrin, because I know that you guys said you were basically just hanging out at the inn. I think Dandrin, you just like ate and then went to bed, right?
I was just gonna see what I could hear, and then yeah, just eat and drink.
Yeah.
And get ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, you hear from the wagon that's coming north from Starlasker that they got held up twice on the road going north, but and it was like basically just north of Exile, then just south of Exile.
And what was it? Just bandits? Anything in particular?
And the guy goes, "Yeah, it was just bandits, but I mean, at that point, we don't have anything. Like, I'm mostly picking up vegetables and wheats and grains and that sort of stuff to take south to Sterngate to put on the lightning rail. So, you know, like that's the service that I provide to some of these small towns. These guys are trying to rob me. I don't have anything for them to take. I just let them see the inside of the wagon and told them to fuck off and go about their day." He goes, "Nothing to take. Most of these guys ain't murderers. They're just desperate. So they just told me, all right, well, get out of here."
Makes sense.
But yeah, if you guys are going north, you be careful on the road.
That we will.
So
I'll start making a blacksmith puzzle.
cool. Zeract, you doing anything of note?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys all wake in the morning and start heading out. If there's anything any of you want to do before you leave for the day, let me know. And then once you're done, we'll put you back out on the road. So
real quick, I talked to Dandrin about purchasing the staff because I don't know how much he'd run it for, and having someone there who could appraise might be beneficial.
He's working with some pieces of metal that he's just kind of bending and tweaking. Very, very fine work, and he's doing what appears to be an exceptional job.
Is it like the 2 long nails? Like, can you tie these in a knot? Can you untie them?
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's just think of like I rolled a 31. That's like well above masterwork for trinkets. So it's some random masterwork blacksmith puzzle he just puts together.
Cool.
And I'll just do that, and then oh sure, let's go take a look at this. What's this wand to do?
It provides bless for twice a day, which can help on the with attacking and keeping our
some priestly miracle in a wand.
Yeah,
well, let's
could
have
be
a look.
potentially very beneficial.
Yeah, I'll go take a gander at the wand and inspect the craftsmanship and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah. This being tomorrow morning.
Yeah. It's a wand.
Sure.
Yeah, like it's not like it's incredibly finely made. It's not like a masterwork item or anything. It's a wand.
But he also told me what the spell does and how
Yeah.
often it is per day. So based on what the guy tells me, I'm just looking to see if he's getting ripped off or he's getting good.
Do you have like spellcraft or anything like that?
I can use craft blacksmithing in lieu of spellcraft when it comes to magical items.
Really?
I literally just confirmed that. Blacksmith gets that. And that is at rank 2, they get the appraising and repairing and stuff.
Nice.
At rank 3 is where I can actually do the crafting.
Cool. Go ahead and roll it for me.
Burrito.
And then go ahead and roll me an appraise.
Right, so 21, and I think 20 is the identify,
Yeah.
typically.
It's an eternal wand of bless.
Sure. Ooh.
Nice.
So
It would have to be an Egypt.
yeah, eternal wands tend to cost slightly more than actual wands. Like,
They
and
don't
it's
have charges there.
because they don't have charges. They'll last forever. You could cast bless twice a day until the end of time, sort of thing. So
That's when I plan to keep casting it.
yeah, the price that he tells you is, and he goes, yeah, it's you know, fair market rate would be about 800 gold. So you give me a stack of Galafar's shiny head, 800 of those, and you get a chain that you cannot tie to things, and we both win.
I can't afford that. I've got 300.
He's not entirely wrong. And I'll just explain what an eternal item is and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, it's most wands. He might have explained this already, but they take charges, so they're kind of limited usage or total number. But these you can just keep using, but they recharge daily. So it's not necessarily a bad deal if you've got the coin, which you don't. But yeah, I don't think he's yanking your chain.
Oh no.
I feel like as he says that,
Yeah,
like Danderin's like elbowing Lumio, yanking your chain.
Yeah, you can't afford it. But yeah,
No.
if he still has it on the way back.
Yeah. We may chance by this way when we return. Ow, Eric, that physically hurt me.
So
Don't do that.
I'm still conscious. I can pun again.
all right, so yeah, if you can't afford it, he goes, well, I mean, I got a shop to run, and that's how much it costs. So sorry.
We'll be returning this way on our way back from Star Slasker. We'll see what the fortunes favor us, and we may stop in on our way back.
Yeah, and if you find anything that I might have found some new stuff by then, so you can always kind of check in, see if there's anything new. So
Yeah.
All right,
And we might find something that is interesting to you and arrange a barter of some kind.
cool.
But that is in the future, and we are here in the past. Farewell wishes, and head out.
Sounds good. Zarekt, who are you binding today?
That's not what I was looking to do. Give me just a second here.
Oh, I mean, if you don't like bind someone right in the morning, that's fine. I was just wondering if you were going to and gonna get it out of the way.
Zarekt had actually mentioned Ashless that she was going to show her
Ah, that's
The-
true.
that process.
Okay, then in that case, because it's getting a bit late, we'll sort of stop here and you can do that because I think that would be fun. So yeah, we'll stop there, and then in the morning we can have that scene and head on to Exile and then Star Lasker. So cool. All right, and I think that's gonna be about it for tonight. So thanks to everyone for watching as we started fighting and then diplomacying some bugbears, and then journeying to Cherrun, a town that needs no outsiders at all, despite the number of outsiders.
Good night, guys.
So yeah, night everybody.
Night.
We'll see you all next week.